time. Um, I was being told that I was very quiet, which, as everyone knows, is very unusual for me. And so I wanted to figure out what was going on. So finally, because, I have all these fancy audio programs and all that fun junk, right? So finally, I'm like, well, what happened? So I go and I check Windows microphone levels. The one thing that shouldn't have been touched by any of these programs or Windows. It was at 44%.
Sneaky. It has
Why?
Windows in the name. Why would you ever trust that to not be fucked up somehow?
Honestly, because I forgot about it. Anyway, so today I had a user misspell their own name,
Oh boy.
and that's why they couldn't log on.
Oh, I was about to say, well, that can't be too bad. Oh.
So there I was, spending, like 30 minutes trying to figure out what is possibly going on. Because it's not like... Because the thing is, right, so today, FortiGate, Duo, and Microsoft decided to collectively fuck up. Again. And someone pushed an update out without everyone else being ready for it, so it annihilated all FortiGate and Duo-based verification.
Oh no.
My
Damn it,
Duo
annihilated
wasn't fucking
Duolingo?
working today.
Yeah. So the update got pushed out,
Wow.
and basically, how some of these VPNs work is they're expecting a verification flag, and Windows and Duo weren't set up to send verification flags.
We don't need those.
Hmm.
Those are just
So,
Purpose.
everyone using Duo or Windows to verify couldn't use their VPN today. So that was fun. So anyway,
how
that's
can
the
we not
reason.
get
Wow.
So.
That's the reason. Well, actually, it wasn't Microsoft fucking up this time. It was the fact that the people at FortiGate didn't tell anyone else that FortiGate will now check for activation flags
No, of course not. Why would they?
before
inform
dropping
anyone?
the patch. So it wasn't... Should they have been always sending activation flags? Yes. However...
You don't
not
just
entirely
turn
their
that
fault.
on and tell no one.
Yeah.
Apparently
But anyway.
you do, and then it fucks everything up.
So that's why I was spending all this time on it, because this customer uses FortiGate, and I was like, oh shit, is it the right version? Is the tunnel up? I'm going through the whole fucking gauntlet, and then finally I look at their program and I'm looking at their username, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. And I look over at our records, and I'm like, they misspelled their own fucking username. It's their name!
Oh,
Yeah, that's
sob
about the speed
bunnies.
of a typical user.
I'm just like, oh god. Now, to be fair, they were admittedly very embarrassed.
Hmm. Well, I
that
mean,
this
you're gonna
occurred.
start seeing that more in the future with how education are lowering their standards to let people pass without even passing the
Bro,
test grade.
don't even get me fucking started. If I have to help out one more Lakeisha, I'm going to fucking brain someone. By the way, it's pronounced Ashley.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh.
So I get so fucking pissed off at these fucking little shits. Yes, your parents fucked your name over. Don't make it my fucking problem. Don't call yourself
Yeah, that's
Ashley. Well, no, it's like, don't call yourself fucking Ashley, right? And I go, okay, A-S-H-L-E-Y, okay? A-S-H-E-Y. No? Okay. I-E. No? Okay. How do you spell your name? It's Q-U-Z-T-Z-X-L-Y-Z. I'm like, how the don't fucking scoff at me!
Bitch, I didn't pick your name.
Blame
Yeah.
your mama for that.
Dude, being in the school system is just a fantastic, like, wow. Parents really hated you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't want kids,
Damn.
if you don't want people calling your kid chemical, don't spell his name like chemical. The name was supposed to be pronounced Shamichael, apparently.
Yeah, well,
No-
they can
no
Shamichael these
apostrophes anywhere.
dicks.
No apostrophes anywhere to at least imply that there's meant to be
Yeah.
a break in the pronunciation. It's just all one solid word.
Yeah, well, this is a hill I'll absolutely fucking die on. Fight me to death. Come at me, bro. If you want me to pronounce your name correctly as you think it should be pronounced, fight me in the parking lot. If you win, I will.
The Waffle House takes another victim.
Latrine and Shithead are my two favorite real names that I've seen like that.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just...
pronounced Shatheed.
Yeah, shithead. Whatever.
Cool.
That
You know
child
exactly
must have
the
pissed
portion.
their parents off so deeply before they were born. Like,
Not always. It's a certain portion of the population that believes in unique naming schema.
Yeah.
Alphabet soup names.
okay, but we have, and this is why I get annoyed with the feds, because child services is supposed to protect people from that dumbass shit. We literally,
And
we
that's
have
racist.
had.
You
No,
can't just say
that's
that you
just
should have
it.
to take
The
all their
Department of
kids.
Home, the Child Services has absolutely, like, when there's someone's like, yeah, I'm gonna name my kid Hitler, which, to be fair, I wanna be clear here, or like, I wanna name my kid Mao Zedong. I wanna be clear. I fully support the Fed saying, no, you cannot name your child that, or no, you cannot call your child Fart Sniffer.
Right. Yeah. Well, see, the problem here is A, they don't pronounce it that way. B, the areas these unique people are getting their children birthed at and named at are filled with doctors of the same affiliation as them. So they don't see anything wrong with the name presented to them. Yeah, name your child Drop Tables. Yes.
I heard of someone actually doing that, and it caused problems.
No, you didn't hear of anyone doing that. It was a fucking comic.
It's the old joke, yes.
I am going to name my child Dropkick Murphy.
Good old Bobby Drop Tables.
My favorite thing that I learned in my 20s was that, back in the 90s and early 2000s, when marketing was fun for games,
Yeah.
Turok, one of the Turok games was like, name your kid Turok, we'll give you money and the game for free. It's like, what?
Bro.
I think
Now,
someone
now,
actually did.
Now, to be
Someone
fair, though.
absolutely did that, because
To be fair.
it's an easy reward.
Turok is a solid name.
I
No.
don't know about that. I think that still would have gotten you laughed at in the 90s.
Anyone remember
and
the kid named
2000s.
Dovahkiin?
What?
Who got a whole bunch of shit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Skyrim merch and money and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No, I know. I will. No, like Turok's like a solid name. Now, admittedly, I'm sorry, but your profession has been picked for you. You're gonna have to go to the gym every single day for the rest of your life. But, I mean, if you're a skinny guy named Turok, you're a dumb bitch. But if you're a big fucking dude named Turok, everyone will hear that, look at you, go, okay.
You know what? I don't want anything to do with this.
I have decided on the side of not fucking with that.
I
Oh,
choose
yes.
life.
The one kid named Pound Sign. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, again, it's that certain
Well,
section, that certain affiliation of people.
I mean, here's the thing: if they actually named him the symbol, how many
They
arguments
did.
have there been at the dinner table of it's pound sign, no, it's hashtag?
It's hashtag.
I want to be
No,
clear.
it's pound
The
sign,
intention
pound
was to
sign
name
first.
their child hashtag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hate it.
Like they said they wanted to name their child hashtag.
Yeah.
And just spell it out, you stupid
That's
fox.
fucking
No, but that's not
internet-itis.
unique enough, Max.
You know
Yeah,
who
you gotta have
doesn't
the
like
character.
unique? The kid getting picked on in elementary and middle school for their name.
Well, yeah,
You
They
mean
don't
like
like
the
being
kid
unique.
named Unique?
but Max, that's why you
I know,
go to the
I can one up
school.
you, son. There was a family at the school I worked at. The family name was literally unique.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
I'm 90%
surprised.
certain that one of them had it legally changed.
Oh, I'm sure.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's
But
spelled
like I said,
exactly like
parents
that.
name it.
There's a certain affiliation of people that do shit like that.
It's fine if you want to change your own name, but like, don't make your kids suffer for your stupidity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nah, the kid has to suffer.
But anyway, speaking of failure of marketing, I want to talk about a fun little topic. Because, I've spoken a lot on this podcast about toxic positivity. I've never said toxic positivity, but I've spoken about the consequences of it a lot. We see it very often in the fanfiction community. The
Are you talking
toxic
about sucking someone's dick instead of telling them they suck?
I'm talking about someone shitting onto their keyboard, posting it as a story, and then all of the chapter reviews are, wow, so amazing. And if you
okay.
dare announce that your opinion on their story is less than stellar, then you are evil and racist and sexist and istophobic.
Is this about Concord?
This is about Concord.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sony might have actually killed their game arm of Sony.
Oh god.
They've spent $400 million in development costs, $100 to $200 million in purchasing the company, another $200 million in marketing, possibly. This game was supposed to be the future of PlayStation, according to the investor call.
It's supposed to have TV shows, comics, the whole shebang of spin-offs.
Merchandise,
reminder-
TV
Going all
shows,
out.
comics,
It
movies.
was in that list of the thing where like we're gonna have like 15 to 20 gaming IPs have their special episode.
Yep.
It was
So
in
they
that list.
counted their
And
chickens.
don't forget, the tagline was your favorite
Yep.
series.
Mm-hmm.
And Concord is in that list despite having not even been released when they showed that trailer.
Well, you see,
Well-
here's the thing. This is what I'm talking. Well, actually, they also increased the cost of the PlayStation, possibly in response to Concord's failure, because
You mean the PS Pro that only costs like $350, $400 to build, and they're selling it for $700 plus?
yes,
Yeah.
the reason to why this failed so hilariously
wanna
is
be
there
clear.
was a culture
There's a
inside.
there's a multitude of reasons for why it failed.
Oh no, I know. I'm gonna get them. But this is from a interview with a dev from Concord.
Here's the problem. Okay, I think that's a little presumptuous of them, but hit me.
There was a culture of toxic positivity inside the
Mhm.
environment of Concord development. And sunk cost fallacy, of course. But toxic positivity, and where any time any criticism was brought up, it was dismissed as people being overly negative or racist, sexist, transphobic.
Yeah.
Or even just disagreeing with it.
And then you have to keep in mind the sections of the populations of these companies that are speaking to each other. The marketing department of Sony is speaking to the marketing department of Netflix. The marketing departments of each of these companies is filled with the exact flavor of the same ideology of people. So when they talk about how diverse their game is going to be, the Netflix marketers, oh my god, it's so much diversity, this is going to be an amazing show. So they add in Concord to the top 15 games, your favorite games show. And they all expected it to do amazingly because that's what their ideology dictates what's going to happen. And of course, because of their ideology, they were not able to realize that not everyone else in the entire world shares said ideology. And, of course, and there's the whole bean counter thing where they think that if they dump $300 million into a game, they'll get $600 million in return.
That's not how it fucking works.
It's not how that works.
Nope.
At all. Bean counter should be counting beans, and I'm not sure why they're not counting beans. And unfortunately, that's just how it went. Is the ideology of these people hired incompetent developers. They hired them not because they were incompetent, obviously, but because they fit in with their worldview. And when they weren't meeting project deadlines, they simply proposed to hire more people. And hire more people. And hire more people. Except when you fill your entire ranks with incompetent developers who all subscribe to the same ideology, who then get told that they're not doing their job right, well, then they panic, they cover their ass, they throw their people under the bus, they do everything in their power to obfuscate who is actually at fault. So by the time anything actually ever reaches the people that can do anything about this, well, they're down $1 billion. And it doesn't matter anymore. And I've been saying that for a fucking ever when it comes to the writing. I mean, yes, obviously there's other sections, but I've been saying it for literally over a decade now. When it comes to the fucking writing, is the writing in Concord is literally just the worst. It is literal fanfiction tier garbage. My first fanfic, Mary Sue girl boss power fantasy dog shit. It is the worst. And it will always be the worst because they keep hiring these people who go out and claim to be writers who never had a negative word said to them in their lives, and when they were being told negative things, they ignored it and dismissed the person as an istophobic.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they were fucking writers, because again, remember Andromeda? Andromeda's writing team was composed of someone who only wrote Asari romance stories, which we checked out, and they were horrible and only had like 500 favorites. But because they claimed to be the top lesbian Asari romance writer of the Mass Effect section, they got hired.
Yep.
Which it
It's actually
turns
fucking
out,
ridiculous.
no one fucking reads it for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just, this is what happens when you have toxic positivity. It doesn't matter the ideology. When you have an ideology of toxic positivity, of never being able to point out that someone might be wrong, of being able to point out that other people might actually know more than you, then you are going to produce garbage. It doesn't matter if your budget's $10 or $10 million or $100 million. You're going to produce the same exact fucking slop. Except it's just going to cost more.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, let's read some fucking fan fiction.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Now, Mr. Killionaire has said that he wants to see some Cancol fanfiction.
Oh no.
Which
The only can
Cool.
call fanfiction is the one that you need to read is the one that's literally just the wiki posted out over and over again. It was the highest fucking word count story for over a decade, and then it got beaten by what was it again?
Cancall is not in the game section.
Where the fuck
anime.
is Cancol?
It's anime, I believe.
Are you looking for Contai Collection or Cancol?
Oh,
Yes,
it'd be
indeed.
Kantai, yeah.
Oh well, they also have Cancol.
What?
Yeah.
That's not how that's supposed to. Can they unify some of these sections?
No.
No.
It's an anime manga, but Kantai collection is in games.
All right, so then we'll go to. Well, that's right. They also made a. They also made
Also, the Cancol collection only has 60 fics compared to the Kantai collection, which has.
They also made an anime,
768.
didn't they?
Yeah, and that's what everyone calls Cancol, so that's why it's in the anime manga section.
Yeah.
That's. But why?
I don't know. Why not?
Oh, great. I hate that.
What?
What
I
do you
hate that.
What'd you find?
The worst garbage story type. Top 5 most garbage story type.
Can you put it on the stream so everyone else can
Yep.
suffer?
Things blank is no longer allowed to do.
Again.
Okay. Look. As a story, I
292
hate
chapters.
those. Oh my god. Okay. As a story, those are fucking garbage. When it's a silly little post on the fucking Reddit or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny.
Those are usually pretty funny. You know,
Yeah.
like there's one for XCOM.
Yeah, that one is funny.
Right? Someone also similarly did one for Fire Emblem because they saw the XCOM one and they went, "Hey, that's pretty funny."
And then there was one for Bleach, which is things Squad 11 or Captain's no longer allowed to do, and then it got all everywhere. Holy shit, I found it! Ambience of Fleet Symphony, the 4.5 million word.
Oh, hey, here we go.
Sorry, Kantai collection story.
Let me post this here. Fanfiction. Very cool.
Yeah, it's 4.5 million.
So yeah, anyway, All Work and No Play is now officially on fanfiction.net, which is fantastic because
That's
that
the
means
woe
I
story
can,
everyone else reads, yeah?
Yes, yeah. It's
Cool.
I read up to chapter 40. It's now at chapter 104.
I'm not gonna read that, but that's just because I have never watched or even played Cancol or Kantai Collection, so...
You think anyone has ever played Contai Collection?
Yes.
That's funny. No.
Yes.
No.
He's
The
got you
Japanese.
there.
There's like
Japanese.
10 people in Japan that play this game.
Yeah, and they put enough money in it to keep it fucking going.
Yes. Well, no, because, well, no, to be fair. So, the reason
Actually,
why that is...
What's the grinding like? Is it the worst dog shit grinding you've
It
ever
is
seen
the
in life? Because
worst grinding in existence, because on
Alright,
top of...
the Koreans are keeping this game alive then.
Because
Yeah.
it gets worse. On top of needing to grind everything constantly, you need to grind your proficiency, you need to grind your relationship stat.
Wait, Aura, it's permadeath gacha.
Yes, it also has
What?
permadeath. I was about to get to that. On top of
Oh, I
needing to
didn't know
grind out your character's
that about
stats, their trust level, and their weapon resources, it also has permadeath.
Nah,
So
go
if
fuck
the person
yourself.
that you put everything
I-
into dies, you just lose them and you gotta roll them again.
And you
I-
gotta
And
start
do it
from the
over and
beginning.
over.
Yep.
You know what? That sounds like it would be fine for an offline, here's my $60 and leave me alone for the rest of the time game. That's not great for a gacha game. That's awful.
I mean,
Like I said, there's a reason why the
Conceptually.
population of the Contai players is like 10.
Oh,
From like a conceptual level, I
You
get
know
it.
what? All right, let me
No, from a
reiterate. It's
conceptual
the
level, I
Koreans
don't
and the
get it. That's so
Chinese who hate
stupid.
themselves are keeping
No,
Kang
because
Kong
Max,
alive.
the idea is my gotcha will be super popular and everyone
Hmm.
will love it, and I'll make lots of money. But at some
Atin,
point they'll stop rolling, and then their characters will die, and they'll have to roll again.
Atin, this was a browser game that predates the gotchas. It's come to
Yeah.
be known
Yeah.
by
The
a
It was one of the
Contai
significant
first
collection
margin.
is
gotchas,
super old.
basically.
They, as far as I'm aware, it didn't make money until way more recently. Like it was
Yeah,
a
Contai
completely
collection.
free-to-play browser
It wasn't
game
until after
when
the
it
anime.
came out.
I know it wasn't until after the anime it didn't make any
Yeah,
money.
Contai collection didn't start making like a noticeable amount of money until Genshin Impact came out.
Then I got nothing and I give
my
up. Like,
knowledge,
I
it
assumed
didn't
it was
have any
designed that way
monetization
from
until
the
No,
beginning.
way more
it's
recently.
essentially a game for masochists similar to Toho.
Yeah, well, you know, the only monetization really in Contai collection is skins and gacha rolling
Mm.
and energy points.
At least Toho's free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, it's stage-based, so there's that. I'm not rolling for characters. I'm just learning bullet patterns in the hopes that my ADHD can keep up.
Also, Contai has like some of the fucking most boring
Characters.
models for the characters in existence.
Mm.
It's not even like, oh, this one's wearing a kimono. It's like, no, this one's wearing the naval uniform. This one's wearing the naval uniform.
The naval uniform.
This
What
one's
This one's
wearing
wearing
also
the
wearing
the
American
naval
naval
uniform.
uniform.
This one's
This
a
one's
stripper.
wearing... Yes.
also wearing a naval uniform.
Yes, also wearing a naval uniform, but stripper.
Yeah.
This one's just a stripper wearing and this one's not a naval uniform, a Navy officer who looks like a stripper. This one's just a stripper wearing a Navy uniform. What? Why have you done this?
But yeah, meanwhile, honestly, the Abyss designs are fantastic. I will say.
Mm.
In complete opposite, the Abyss designs are fantastic.
All the money was put into the things you can't roll for.
Pistol designs are really good. Like in retrospect,
Like they're not
the
super excessive.
they're
They're
the best
just
designs.
yeah,
in
they're just
Gears
really
4.
nice. Yeah. But on the flip side, again, Azure Lane proves to be the payday
Better.
of
Azure
of
Lane's
gotcha
just the
games.
better can call.
It kind of is, but it's more like it's like the payday of gotcha games because you just get shit for free constantly. You have to be stupid to be down on resources. They add so many autoplay features into the game. It's great. The lore is just absolutely schizophrenic. Like, we went from, oh, we're reenacting history, but all of the girls are now ship girls, and like they summon rigging that's like a powered exoskeleton around them. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, that's
The-
cool.
The
I'm digging it.
only
And now,
more
now
schizophrenic-
it's Kaz, have you seen the recent lore?
What?
Yeah,
wh-
the
wh-
only lore I would say is more schizophrenic is fucking Honkai Impact Third.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if there's
Uh,
anything more schizophrenic than future humanity creating AI that then trapped a simulation version of humanity into an infinite time loop
Yeah.
so they can defeat the aliens that are invading the planet. Also,
Yeah.
actually, the reason why a whole bunch of shit is occurring in the time loops that are changing is because the time loop simulation souls are becoming real, and that's why you can
Yeah.
start to remember the time loops.
Yeah.
I
I'm sorry. I need you to run that back for me.
Also, all
No.
of the ship girls are slowly becoming a gestalt consciousness of all of the versions of themselves, and and they're each ascending to a new plane of existence.
That's a sci-fi book.
But this is all happening within.
This is all happening inside the Matrix. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And-
basically,
Except actually, also when the ship girl Gestalt ascends, they become a what Madden? What's the term in 40K? Perpetual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Sure.
whenever the ship girl Gestalt successfully ascends and becomes meta, as they're called, they retroactively always exist.
Mhm.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
so there was a sci-fi
Okay.
book from like the 80s about this rich Australian billionaire who doesn't want to die, so he creates.
Nah, stop
super
lying. That doesn't exist. Australian
Ah.
billionaire? Nah, doesn't exist.
So
It's fiction.
he pays these people to create super AI afterlife for himself. Except in order to create a realistic and enjoyable world for all of himself and his rich billionaire friends, they accidentally create an actual species. And also, it turns out that basically neural physics from Halo is real. And they go into a whole lot of hard science fiction about quantum physics and shit. And then, oops, turns out they overwrote reality. This was the prime reality after all.
Okay.
The AI have
jeez.
basically unmade humanity. And also the AI are all atheists, and they don't believe it when humanity tells them they're their gods and creators. And so they're actually dying.
Based.
Okay.
Based.
I'm gonna need you to send me a title.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I
I'm gonna
will
assume
simplify
this is a fevered dream you had late one night after a hard binge of like the
It
Matrix,
could be. I mean,
Terminator,
really,
and all that,
Australian
all the good stuff.
The most unrealistic part of this
doesn't
is
spend it all on
Australian
alcohol and
billionaire.
gambling. Come
I
on.
like that. That's what
It is.
Kaz is stuck on.
Listen,
I
I will
don't
say,
believe there could be an Australian
Listen,
billionaire
there's
that
a
would
lot
either
of great
gamble all their
old
money away or
sci-fi out
spend it all
there.
on alcohol.
I gotta say, just real quick, for anybody who hasn't read Snow Crash, that is a fantastic piece of old sci-fi. And it was hugely influential on a bunch of like the cyberpunk and dystopian tropes that we know today.
I'll say this though. I don't ever want to see an Azure Lane fan ever talking shit about BlazBlue or Guilty Gear's story now.
Oh, also
No, they
the
can't.
riggings are just the riggings went from semi-exoskeleton power armor with big guns on them to
The full-on
I
Mecha
summon
system.
a fucking mecha dragon and shoot the Giga
Yeah.
Death laser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm gonna be honest. Just stick to Girls Frontline.
No, don't waste your
No.
time with Girls Frontline.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't waste your time. They already made a
Just-
sequel. Your waifu is now retroed.
Oh right, Nikkei, right?
No, literally Girls Frontline 2.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? There's a second.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why you
That's
don't
right.
get invested
That-
in gacha games.
Don't get
that
too
made that made a big hubbub.
Don't get too invested in Arknights either, because they're working on that too.
Yeah.
No, what? No,
They're-
they're working on a separate RPG. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah, don't get too invested.
No, Atin, the other Arknights game is. Why are you talking like you're authoritative on this? It's a third person RPG that takes
No.
place on another planet. The only
will-
thing they share is the backstory of the world.
They will absolutely start importing characters, Max.
I don't know.
Well, yes, they'd be stupid not to import their biggest money makers in some form or fashion there, but it's not Arknights 2. It's a completely separate system
Speaking
and
of
world
completely separate
and
systems,
story.
how about that
Turn out.
Nintendo patent?
Oh, fuck that thing.
Boy,
Any
they
sort
sure-
of air-to-ground driving is something that they're planning to fucking patent. Really?
They sure
Yeah.
are lucky that they're not trying to file that in the U.S. because, oh my god, they'd get laughed out of the office of the courts.
Yeah, no, it would have been denied instantly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't tell you how that will
They-
go in.
This is on par with
It's
Candy
not
Crush,
gonna go
fellas.
well.
Well, in
Good point.
Japan, it's probably gonna go just fine because it's Nintendo, and why would you ever deny?
Well,
Nintendo
no, because they
anything?
did file that patent after the game release. Listen,
Yeah,
I will be
and-
the first person to
Man.
rant about the fucking crazy dumbass shit that exists in Japan's legal system. It's not quite that corrupt.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
I think
I don't
they're
know.
just really
I
good at
really,
hiding
I
it.
know, I kind of really want it to go through because I just want to see Sony, Square Enix, and Capcom all say square up to Nintendo.
Yeah, no.
Listen, that's
Nintendo's
gonna
not
be
going to win this. Nintendo's not going to win this because it's been over 30 years of using those exact same things they're trying to patent. It's got too much like previous use. They're not going to win that patent, but I think they are going to win the Power World case. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
No, I really don't think they will because it is in the best interests of every other game company in the world to make sure that they lose hilariously hard.
Problem is that too many. I'm not saying that they're going to win because of like throwing the power balls or whatever, or they're moving around like they're trying to.
Chaos
It's
control.
because the designs are way too much of a rip-off of Pokemon. So many of them are
But
so similar
the
with just the color
designs
scheme
don't
change.
matter. The designs aren't relevant here
No,
because
the
they're not.
designs, they're legally distinct.
No,
You
No,
can
well,
see
it's-
the clear
well-
inspiration for some
Yeah.
of them, but
okay.
Some of them are
okay.
just a
it's not
rip-off.
We have
that big of a
had this
portion.
whole discussion here, but it's a moot point because
They're
it's
not
irrelevant.
suing about it.
Because
Yeah.
they're not suing about it. Nothing in their case mentions copyright. It is
Yeah.
only
Patents.
a patent lawsuit.
Oh, then yeah, they're fucked.
That's what I was trying to say. Like,
Which,
you can argue about legally distinct till the cows come home. It's irrelevant here because Nintendo,
Now, that
for
being
whatever
said,
reason, is choosing not to
nothing
pursue
that
it.
happens. Well, I think they're choosing not to pursue it because Pokemon is about as legally distinct from Digimon as Pal World is from Pokemon.
Mm.
No, but here's the problem. Like, there's very few Pokemon that I look at and I go, yeah, that's just a Digimon. There's a couple where I
Yes,
could look at
but
it
it's
and
not
go,
about you. Legally distinct is about the layman who doesn't know Pokemon or Digimon.
right, but the difference is that lawsuit isn't going to succeed because it has been too long. Like,
Yeah.
Which,
Like-
again,
Yeah, true. They probably should have pushed something like that when Power World first released. Because they didn't, they don't really have anything to stand on.
pretty much.
well, no. They absolutely still have time to.
Not really. Not for copyright.
No, for
Mm.
copyright, they do. Like, you gotta remember the speed at which courts move.
They have to
Like-
file.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to have a court case. They have to file.
Again, they're in Japan. Japan's copyright laws are stupid.
Oh, Japan's copyright
Japan-
laws are complete fucking stupid bullshit.
Japan gives you so much more time, but not like 10 years.
But my point though is that Nintendo in the past has filed copyright lawsuits against Pokemon spin-off fan games within seconds of them announcing, like literally within days of them announcing that the game is out. They get the
Yeah,
copyright
they
taken.
have.
that's
the,
different.
the ones
because
that
No,
lasted
it's-
longest were word of mouth.
It is different because those are explicitly labeled as Pokemon products. It's
Right,
It's
yeah, no,
incredibly
I'm aware.
easy.
But
Mm.
it would be also incredibly easy to say that Pal World was not legally distinct enough. There is plenty of designs in Pal World that are near copies.
Man, I need more alcohol. It was my brother's birthday 2 days ago, and I
I
haven't
think one of
stopped.
them wasn't
Nice.
one of the big controversial ones. Like the wolf that was almost a 1-to-1?
Yeah,
terms
there
of
was the
design?
wolf, and then there was
Yes.
Anubis, which
Wasn't
Yeah.
was
yeah,
literally just Lucario.
That's
It-
just Egypt flavored.
Yeah,
It's
Lucario.
just flavored
There
Lucario.
was an Eevee ripoff that was literally just a different colored Eevee, basically.
Yep.
And
Oh,
then
I
And
there
there
didn't
was
see
this
that one.
Blazzle fucking pink love Manda thing.
well, and
If
then
it
there was one.
20%
Yeah,
different,
love
so it's
Mander.
totally distinct.
I remember one of the flying ones was also just like
Braviary, but different colored, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, like
Right,
one of them was
but-
just a 1-to-1.
But legally distinct, as defined by the U.S. courts, is not this whole 20% thing. 20%
Yeah.
is the conjecture given to it. Legally distinct is if this picture was shown to a random person off the street of, are these characters from the same game? And they say yes, then it's not distinct enough.
Well, again,
That's
So
literally what they
that's
did for the Pac-Man, which is where we got legally distinct characters from.
I would say that's the layman explanation, right? The actual more specific.
No, I'm saying that's
legal-
literally the Pac-Man court case. They literally had the jury go up to each of the Pac-Man rip-off game and the Pac-Man game and go, do these look different? And the jury said no. So they lost the case.
Yes,
That's where legally
but
distinct came from.
the specific legal reasoning is that if there is the possibility of brand confusion, right.
That's, I'm quoting the case that caused
I
that.
understand legally distinct is there, but what needs to be said is that the way that it works is the possibility for brand confusion exists is the specific way that it's worded. Yes, I know,
Right, yes.
legally distinct. I'm just trying to make sure that people understand that, like, the reason that something like the Elder Scrolls loses is because there's a game called Scrolls. And this is the Elder Scrolls. And most people that look at that aren't going to go, yeah, it's the same thing.
Man, Bethesda wanted to fucking copyright the word scroll.
Oh, Bethesda. But yeah, right. So again, it's about the possibility of brand confusion and the devalue, right, and then that leading to the devaluing of a brand. For
No,
instance,
there are distinct cases, which I don't know if you could say Pokemon is one yet or not. But there
Well,
are distinct cases like where Kleenex literally can't sue.
well, yes,
about
but
their
there's actually a different legal. I forget the exact definition, but the legal doctrine
parlance.
is basically that
Yeah,
you
common
have
parlance.
common parlance is the easiest way to say it, right? You've done too good of a job marketing yourself, right? Like, everybody knows the windsurfer, right? You know,
Yeah.
Huh?
the weird little boy. That's not called a windsurfer. It's called a sailboard.
In Wind Waker? In Legend of Zelda?
No.
in real life.
The-
Oh yeah,
The real
yeah.
piece of
In real
sporting.
No!
The
We
real
were talking about
In
games.
real life!
We were talking about games, so I thought you.
No,
were
I
talking
know,
I'm
but-
coming to your house, guys!
It's the
I mean,
easiest
bring
example.
alcohol. Just bring alcohol if you do.
It's the easiest example of someone making being too successful with their marketing
Yeah.
because nobody knows it's called a sailboard.
You don't get a tissue, you get a Kleenex. You don't.
No, here's the
get
thing.
Bleach,
Some
you
people
get
still get
Clorox.
tissues. Like, some people still get tissues. Like, Kleenex absolutely can't sue anybody anymore. But there are specific stipulations on, like, what can be done with that kind of stuff. Like, I can't make a tissue box called Kleenex because they still have the right to the name Kleenex.
Right.
If I'm pretty sure, isn't it wet wipes or something dependent on what alcohol solution you use or whatever?
Yes.
because it's actually based on the recipe that the alcohols that's used in the alcohol, so that it actually becomes a wet wipe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you actually somehow figure out the same ingredients and everything and use it and try and make your own brand, they can actually sue you for that recipe.
Well, yes, because that's a
Well,
completely different
that's
thing.
the other thing. That's the other thing is that stuff like that, like if you in your home manage to accidentally create Coca-Cola
With
and
the
you
original
sell
cocaine.
it.
Well, no, okay, so that's the thing, right?
With the original
We
cocaine.
have to go into a specific and weird set of law. So when you create a product, a unique formulation for a product in the US, there are two things you can do when you register it. The first and most common is to register a patent for that thing, whatever that thing is. That's the most common thing. And that's what a lot of people will do. And you have a specific duration of time on that patent. I forget exactly what the time is.
It's between
But-
5 to 15 years depending on the product type.
Yeah, that's right. But there's another thing you can do, and that's called you can register something as a trade secret. Trade secrets do not have an expiration date. However, people are allowed to try and reverse engineer that kind of thing, right? So, like, when I have a patent for aspirin, let's say, no one else, even if they have lab techs and they buy aspirin off the shelf and they successfully reverse engineer the formula for aspirin, they can't go and make aspirin until my patent runs.
Yeah.
But if I make aspirin a trade secret, I can continue to protect the exclusivity of it forever. And this is important because, like, someone can't work for me, get the formula for aspirin, and then go to a competitor because it's a
I'm
trade
gonna say I
secret.
figured out
And
aspirin,
it's-
but I'm actually selling sugar pills and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Again, you can't do that. But the downside of a trade secret is that people are free to try and reverse engineer it. And once someone successfully reverse engineers it, they can just post that shit wherever, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
why the 7 herbs and secret spices that
You mean the KFC chicken that someone
KFC.
figured out during COVID?
Yes.
yeah, that's why they were allowed to just go and start posting that shit all over the place, and now anybody can make KFC chicken, and websites can post article. This is how to make KFC's secret sauce, right? Because it was a trade secret and somebody figured it out. They figured out the exact blend of 7 herbs and spices that makes KFC.
You mean that guy? You mean that guy that makes YouTube shorts that keeps spilling all the fast
Yes.
food secrets?
Well, he
'cause
was
I was
told
just
it.
thinking
He
about
doesn't
him.
find them out. He gets told them.
He gets told some, but he did find some out while he was in college and part of a club, apparently.
Right, but that was because he was the president of the
Yeah.
club that was known
Yeah.
for collecting food secrets, so
fast
he was
food
told all the
secrets
food
club.
secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And there's
so
the little
that's
black
why they
book of
can
food
do that
secrets.
kind of stuff, because it was listed as a trade secret. And basically, for trade secrets, as long as you're making, and this is right, a reasonable effort to keep the knowledge secure, employees are basically not allowed to blab about it and, like, sell that for money, right? That's why the formula for Coca-Cola down in Georgia somewhere
It's
is
actually
kept
in a vault. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kept in a vault that you have to go through a bunch of hoops to get into, and only, like, the CEO, a chemist, and 3 other people, like, know the code to get into the vault. And
But
that's
anyway.
actually one of the reasons that they took cocaine out of it, because by taking
Because the
out
government probably
co-
got involved.
No. Because someone was going to figure out that cocaine was part of the secret, so they changed the formula, and then because the formula for Coca-Cola was different, and they registered that new formula as a trade secret. Nobody can
secret.
blab about that.
Yeah. But anyway, let's see what else we
Shit's
got
whack.
here. Can Cole the Forgotten Theater by Left of the Weeb. A naval officer, a CIA spook, and a merchant
Yeah, the waiter left
mariner
that in his mind.
Oh damn, there's someone that glows here.
get sent to a command a few ship girls out in Dutch Harbor, Alaska. This is their story. Rated T to Gore A battle scenes.
Okay. First of all, they're not called fucking spooks. My god, that's the dumbest thing to ever enter common parlance. Second of all, you don't send the CIA on a boat to command anything. That's
Yeah,
That's not
also,
how that
you wouldn't
works.
send the CIA, you would send Oni,
Mm.
yeah.
which is
we-
literally
we-
just boat CIA.
We have a very, very specific group called the Office of Naval Intelligence to go do that stuff.
What do you mean they're supposed to do that stuff? What are you
the
talking
CIA,
about?
the CIA does do some things with boats. They go on boats. They go places on boats. They tell boats what to do sometimes, but usually they pass that shit off to Oni. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
was
would
gonna
say
say, I'm actually
generally
surprised that the
speaking-
CIA even exists when Oni is Oni.
Okay, Nose, the Oni that you're familiar with is from Halo and is literally
Based
the-
off of Oni.
First of all, it's
I-
based off of
I'm
the
a-
US Oni. Second of all, the
Yes, I'm-
Oni that's in Halo exists because there's a singular world government and they all said, okay, we're going to take every intelligence service in the world and they're all going to fuck. And
Many
that's how
such
you got
cases.
Oni.
They're all gonna fight, and we'll see who comes out on top.
I mean, yes, literally.
Yes, actually.
And the answer was
The
Oni.
CIA.
Oni.
Oni, because Oni and the CIA basically teamed up, and they were like, "Yeah, we can take these idiots." And then
So
Oni
it's
took
Oni,
the CIA.
but the CIA is puppeting Oni, but Mossad is puppeting the CIA, but MI6 is puppeting Mossad, and so on.
Interestingly enough, there are no Jews in Halo. Read into that what you
That-
will.
That is not true in the slightest.
I could make a joke here, and I'm going to avoid making that joke.
I'm like, I need to get this out here right now. Sneaky is making a very dumb joke. Please, Twitch mods. Forgive
Heavy
this man.
Cruiser
an
Escorts by
idiot.
Major Mike Powell III.
That's
Atago
wow.
times Taco Yuri one shot. The Gorgeous Admiral Chan is invited to a ball to celebrate a string of victories against abyssals across all fronts. She must take her secretaryship, Taco, with her, and Taco is more than happy to bring Atago along. But will Atago behave and get her promised reward of sex with her sister? Read and
Yes.
find out and enjoy and review.
no.
I'm sorry, one of them
fuck
is named
off,
Taco.
perish.
No, the Takodachis do not witness this man as part of the group.
Oh my. No. You are a terrible person. It's a
It
good
was
joke.
It's,
But
I
you're a
was
terrible
funny.
person.
Fuck you.
I didn't say it wasn't a good joke. I said you're a bad person.
Yes, and that's no, not
Taco Dachi.
the taco shall inherit the earth.
What has anyone made the Taco Komi yet? Has that fan art been made yet?
The what?
I think he means
Mashing together a Tachikoma and a Takodachi?
Oh, no. That's
Yeah, I was
horrifying.
gonna say, no, that isn't that horrifying.
Of
They
course
already
it's
have en-
horrifying.
they
That's why I
already have
expected
enough.
someone to have already made it.
Dirt work.
The Tacoma already have enough going on. They don't need
In
that
the wake
too.
of recent controversial lines of admirals, a base has been forced through a reformation led by a newly graduated admiral. That is not how that works. At fucking all.
No,
Wait.
and now
Hold
it's,
up.
let me guess,
Which
it's
story
a
is this?
very badly hidden
Dirt
way
work.
to have sex with all the Barts.
A
It's not
cleanup
even
requires willing hands to do work that needs to be kept secret. So he brought an unlikely help with Inspector Agent Harold Ryder, an inventor to help do the dirty work. What?
Nope, not how that works.
Don't worry about it.
The fuck is a Spectre agent?
Fuck if I admitted.
Did he cross over with Mass Effect?
Is this in bold? Oh, sweet it is. This is my first time publishing something. Let it be your last. I've written many stories dipping into different fandoms, but I never published any of them because I don't see the point. Hallelujah. I'm glad you did, because if this is your work after many years of writing, I'm sorry, sir, but your level of learning is anemic.
I'm sorry, sir, but you are in fact retarded.
Yes.
I'm not sure how to tell you this, sir. You're retarded.
But I wanted to try for the heck of it with this story, since can coal is so easy to write for.
We all wish you hadn't.
Not really. A word of warning! I conceived of this idea a mere 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Okay.
You
Definitely could have
considered-
used it. Definitely could have used enough time, enough cook time for you to realize that it was
Not good, yeah.
not cooking.
There is no overarching plot to this story.
Uh-oh.
oh, that's not good.
Oh dear.
Your story is about a specter, question mark, an inventor, and a new admiral teaming up to clean out the dirty laundry of the Navy. And you don't have an overarching goal?
You know, running a story with no overarching plot works great for a slice of life. Not
Or, a Pokemon
not the
story?
not the story that you gave us. Not the summary that you're trying to sell us on.
2 weeks wasn't enough. No child left behind. Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
cooking this story for 2 weeks.
And you should put it back in the fucking box.
Bro, it's still raw. Turn on the oven.
Oh. Yep.
Let this man cook. Bro hasn't even turned the oven on yet. This may end up being a case of an author writing one chapter and then totally abandoning the story, but I promised myself that I would write 15 chapters and then abandon the story. I am not sure if every chapter will be the same amount of words in Kayouter, but I do plan on doing 2-part story. As in new plotline introduced conclude every 2 chapters.
Ambitious
Right.
little idiot, aren't you?
A
Bold.
new plotline every 2 chapters. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're gonna challenge yourself to write something, don't publish it till you're at least halfway through.
Bro didn't cook, he burned water. Yeah. I will never get over the face of my fucking biology lab teacher when I told them that I needed a new beaker of water. And they're like, what happened to your other beaker? I was like, well, it evaporated. She looked at me like, the fuck do you mean it evaporated? I'm like, yeah, it just
It
evaporated.
evaporated.
She's like, well, you should have stopped it when it started boiling. I'm like, it didn't boil, it just evaporated. There's no way that's happening. She comes over, she looks at it. Oh, it's just evaporating. Huh.
No, it's boiling. It's just not bubbling.
No,
or
it's called
frothing or
sublimation.
anything like that. Sublimation is a process for cold, not heat.
No. Pretty sure it's called sublimation. The transference of a liquid to a gas.
It's called
And
Sneaky's a
that
fucking
usually
idiot
happens.
wizard.
Many such cases.
Oh, it's from solid to gas. My bad.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say that's what happens when you go from ice back to gas.
You were close.
Water vapor. Kiss my ass.
Is there a word for that? Alright, well, it looks like there's a lot of fucking stupid people out in the world, but anyway. The point being is that, yeah, my water wasn't boiling. It was just transitioning straight to gas.
How did you
Okay.
accomplish this?
I don't know.
Extremely
Existing.
high heat.
Yeah.
Surely it is a mystery.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, so this author's retarded. The Rag Pack, Chapter 1. The world has known many wars, many battles. History is marked by conquest and fight of global peace and ideology. I'm gonna tell you right now here, buddy, we were not fighting for global peace. Ever.
Nice.
At any point. Mankind
I mean,
fights amongst each other. No, we've never fought for global peace.
listen, if we kill everyone but us, it will become very peaceful. That is world
No.
peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
But no one fought for that.
No, we'll still
No.
fight among each other. We'll still fight
But
among
that
each
was
other, though.
before the Abyssals. From the abyss they arose, seemingly out of nowhere. Well, I mean, they didn't come from nowhere. They came from the abyss, dipshit.
It's in the name.
It's also in the sentence. And have overwhelmed humanity within first month. The world was marked with black print of abyssal wrath. Anger, pain, hatred reaching unmatchable zenith of which humanity has never seen. From seas they came, and to seas we looked for answers. The bathysphere holds many secrets, untouched and undiscovered by any man-made research. I'm sorry.
Okay, Sequest.
I'm gonna be real mad if that's a thing.
What, the bathysphere? Yeah, it's a
Okay,
thing.
yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Yeah, bathysphere is a submersible. It's not the fucking water layer.
Yeah,
That's what I fucking
exactly. Why do you
thought.
think I said Sequest? It's a submersible.
Yeah, no, but my point is they're using bathysphere not as an
They
actual
use it to describe
bathysphere.
a layer.
Yeah, they're using it to describe a layer of water on the planet.
Well, that's dumb. And they're dumb.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Turns
dumb.
out the
You're
volume
dumb.
of
Everything you do
literally
is dumb.
the literal entire room when H2O is water vapor is much larger than the volume of a beaker when it's a liquid, so it's extremely unlikely for it to revert back
You just cut out so hard.
Huh?
No,
Okay,
he didn't
so
cut out. He was stumbling over the sentence trying to decipher what's being said.
Well,
Anyway, so yeah,
so-
this author is retarded. It was a monumental discovery that led to humanity's fighting chance. The sustenance of deep blue. The Azure Core. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure that is not the fucking lore. Many have heard of the alien discovery, yet none have seen it for what it does. They called out to the deep blue, and it responded back with a soul. It beckoned for a body, so we built one from our rudimentary technology, and it did the rest. And that was made known was it was powered the frames of humanity future soldiers, the last hope of our defense, the Fleeter Girls.
Excuse you?
Is he just renaming the lore on the fly?
I think he's just making shit up.
He is.
I think he is just completely whole cloth inventing shit.
I think
Remember,
he's just-
a plot point every 2 chapters. He's got to make something up.
Now, Phoenix, I will say I have a mixed opinion of the lab teacher in question. She was one of the reasons why I was nearly kicked out of the school for supposedly plagiarizing my own notes. But
that was funny.
I will say, it was senior year. We did have a funny moment because she did ask if anyone had a chemical, biology chemical, that they wanted to try and make in the lab for the final project of the year. And I raised my hand and said nitroglycerin.
Face.
No.
Okay, that's on you though.
And the teacher looked at me like, really? And then someone said, why would we make heart medicine? And the teacher and I just looked at each other like, you know what I was talking about. I know you know what I was talking about. And we both just started fucking laughing at the guy. Like, yeah, buddy, that's what we were talking about, heart medicine. Yeah! Yeah, no. We're not, no. Yeah.
Oh, stupidity.
Yeah, heart medicine. That's what I wanted us to make.
Hey man, listen. You get all kinds of interesting things out in the world. Honestly, I'm actually impressed that he knew that nitroglycerin was originally intended to be a heart medicine.
What do you mean originally intended? It is.
It wasn't originally intended as a heart medicine.
Yes, it was.
Derivatively.
No, it was
They didn't
originally
make it with
intended
the
for it.
express purpose of.
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought they made it during the process of trying to get TNT.
No. No, completely different chemical
No.
chain. You've played too many video games, Sign.
Now, to be clear, you can use nitroglycerin as an explosive. It's very unstable.
Hilariously so. That's actually where the black smoke comes from in dynamite sticks, is because they pour nitroglycerin into barrels of wood chip, really fine wood chips, to stabilize it, because it soaks into the wood and stabilizes. And then that's what they fill the dynamite sticks with.
My mind's just going to
Kiss
you don't
my
mess with
ass.
Zohan where they're trying to read it out nitroglycerin.
Huh?
Fuck. Have you
I
not
know what
seen-
he's talking about.
Really? You don't mess with the Zohan? Never seen the Adam Sandler movie?
No, because I have
I
taste.
don't watch Adam Sandler movies.
Damn. It's a funny parody on Israel versus Palestine.
Sure. So anyway.
I mean, that might be true, but
Sure.
I'm not going to watch Adam Sandler.
Huh.
Anyway,
He's not
so
really funny.
a combination of the sea spirits housed by humanity technology. That's also not what a ship girl is. A soul in an artificial body turned into flesh and blood. Also not what a ship girl is. The
Don't worry about
fleeters. Oh, he that wasn't a misspelling. He's straight up just calling them that.
Fleeters.
Fleeters.
I feel like that's a slur.
Yeah, you know what? I
Yes.
really do. Yeah, it does sound like a slur.
It's the ship. Oh boy.
It's the ship girl.
It's the
slur.
tank. It's what the tank girl calls the ship girls.
Ooh, damn.
She hits him with the hard R.
Oh.
Okay, Tanky.
Oh god.
Nah, they probably call the tankers cabin girls.
No, tankies.
Flankers.
Flankers.
They're
But they
clankers.
don't clank.
Yeah, first of all, that's already in use in Star Wars. Second of all,
Boomers.
Treaters.
Boomers. Okay, boomers.
also,
No,
I'm sorry.
pound
I
for
just want to say,
pound, ships have more boom.
Well, yeah.
hey, listen,
ahead.
speaking of, I still think my favorite thing is when Wisconsin was hit by a single North Korean gun, fired every single one of its 19-inch guns in response, and its patrol boat sent in Morse code, temper, temper.
No, it
Temper,
wasn't
temper.
a patrol boat. It was another battleship.
Oh, it was another
There was a
battleship? Okay.
battleship with it.
I just like that the response to "they glanced us" was "level that hillside."
Damn.
Delete.
Mark's
delete.
offline. I
Anderson, do
would have
you
asked
see?
him what the real
Anderson,
life
do you
words
see
are.
that base there? Yes, sir. I don't want to anymore. Understood, sir.
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's like, hey, what? They talk shit about you.
I mean,
Produce landscaping.
there was a lot of that in the Korean and Vietnam Wars. I remember one tale from the Korean War where they called in artillery. There was a bunch of troops on the ground, and they had a fucking shitload of guys coming at them, and they kept radioing in for artillery. And then finally, they got someone to respond, and the people obviously were not quite understanding what they were asking for, and so finally they stopped using jargon and gave them coordinates, in a very plain speech way.
Boom, here.
And the army guys were just like, what fucking retards are on our artillery? And then the entire field explodes.
Oh,
And they're like, who shot that? And they're like, this is the USS Wyoming. Did we get him?
Did we get him?
yeah.
Not you again.
I like to think that it's like, yes, actual, you did in fact get them. Good job.
Nah, that's still the tree.
Got it.
Literally just a full fucking bombardment. And they were just like, what the fuck?
Counts as artillery.
What's even more hilarious is they were actually like pinpoint accurate too with where they were calling for. And the fucking ship was like 10 miles away or some dumb shit. And I was like, Jesus Christ, guys. I know you're
Yeah.
bored, but holy shit. Someone's been doing a little bit too much simulation.
Nah, they routinely make over the horizon shots. That's their bread and butter.
I'm aware. I mean, there was a reason why no one wanted to fuck with New Jersey.
USS Texas would like to know your address.
Well, no, actually, the Texas would really like to know your address because they can't see you.
Yeah, they can't see you because they're too far
Bogey,
away. They
please
had to
identify yourself
flood-
so we can fucking destroy your livelihood.
They flooded half the ballast so they could get more range on the guns.
Well, they specifically did that not because they needed more range on the guns, but because they were not able to get in close to shoot them because their guns didn't have enough range. Never ask a bored sailor to do anything, you'll get exactly what you asked for. Yeah, never, I mean, Marines are easily bribed. The E4 Mafia will acquire tactically anything you need.
I still remember the meme about the captain that made the entire ship move slightly off course just to get the sun over his eyes while he ate his bagel.
It
That
was not a
great.
captain.
Wasn't a captain, it was a
Wasn't?
navigator.
Navigator.
No, it wasn't a
Oh.
navigator. It was like it was a relatively high-ranking officer.
Mm.
But
Well, it was
yeah,
someone
no,
in charge of the patrol schedule.
It was. That is still my favorite like story about the U.S. military. well, the U.S. Navy, I should say, right? But members of the U.S. Armed Forces, although on a personal level, nothing will ever beat the fact that we built a gun and then went to our contractors and said, okay, you need to build a plane that supports this gun. What do you mean? Yeah, every other gun just kind of stalls out when we fire. Every other plane just stalls out when we fire this gun. So fix that.
I mean, there was also the fact that like this. I think it was the Seabees. They became a detachment specifically because this one group of Marines kept stealing shit. And so they always had all of the shit. And then they ended
Yeah.
up being the Seabees, and it was just like, okay. If it works, I guess.
If it works, it works.
I can't see it. I can't believe Italians saw this and then moved to New Jersey. Yeah, fight us. But no, it's funny because the U-boat story was specifically, we hit the U-boat. They tried to scuttle the U-boat. We said, no, you're not fucking doing that. We boarded the U-boat, fixed the U-boat, and then dragged it back home as a reward.
Yeah.
Reward.
yeah,
It was a fucking war trophy.
The U-505, baby. That's in Chicago. Listen. If you ever have the opportunity to be in Chicago, listen.
Why?
There's a lot of great stuff to see in Chicago. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
but Chicago.
you get listen. You get lots of chances to level up your reflex skill, but there's genuinely a ton of cool stuff to see, and the coolest one is far and away in the Museum of Science and Industry, and that's the U-505, because it's a whole. We have an entire wing of the museum built around the U-boat, and it's just in there.
It's a pretty fucking good part of the museum too. I've been there.
But like,
Anyway.
there's all kinds of cool stuff around it. Intact Enigma machines, and you can use those for decoding stuff. But like, you get to walk in a U-boat, guys. You get to go and experience the proud feeling of America and knowing that superior German engineering fucking lost.
Pure engineering ain't shit.
Can I drink alcohol in it?
Yes, as long as it's not Oktoberfest.
All right then, I'm going.
Hey now.
I honestly, it just I always did laugh about the German engineering thing because it's like, yeah, you know, they to be fair, they did very precisely build a lot of their shit. However, some of their stuff was just built so fucking
their shit
stupidly.
was cardboard cutouts.
Over-engineered.
Yeah.
Like, if
America
you've
is
ever
just
seen,
upgraded technologically.
like, if you ever get bored, go look up how a German tank changes out its treads and wheels. It is like
They are ridiculous.
so fucking stupid. Yeah, it is the worst. So you know what the US did? We did this thing called it's gonna be quality, but also at the same time we're gonna make a lot of them, so we're gonna standardize the fuck out of this.
No, the problem was they were standardized. It's just that standard was ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's not really a standard then.
Well, no,
No,
like,
if they're all the same, that is in fact standardization, Sneaky.
That's like saying getting a 95 on a test is a standard.
Sneaky, there are schools where, like, they're like, yeah, the standard of our school is that the graduating class is employed within 6 months. That's an insane standard, but it's a standard.
It's also consistently false.
I'm not saying that those aren't false, right? But if they had a standard process to
Right.
change out
But
the tank,
but
it doesn't.
the phrasing of standardization in factory terms is not artisanal wheels. Like, standardization
No.
has specific meanings for factory line production.
Yes, it means they all need to be identical. They all need to come out 100% identical, no variation whatsoever, which the Germans did on that. It's just the problem was the design was overly complicated and was not simplified, which is a completely different process from standardization.
He's correct.
That's fair. That's fair.
Of course, modern business combines all of that into 6S, which is that
Except
you should.
the basics of standardization in a factory setting: consistency, efficiency, knowledge retention, quality control, scalability, cost reduction.
Sneaky.
When was
That
that
is
developed?
based off of 6S, which is something that didn't come into existence until after World War II, because 6S was a process created by Japanese businesses.
Fair.
That's like 30 years post World War II, man.
That's why I was specifically jumping to 6S, because I was like, modern businesses have a very different process, one of which includes not being fucking stupid.
But it's easy to be stupid.
It is
Yeah.
Well, it's not just
shockingly,
not being
appallingly
not
easy
being
to be
stupid,
stupid.
it's not overcomplicating it.
Well, no.
Yes,
it's like, did
but-
you know that YouTube has 200,000 employees?
What?
Yeah.
And yet, you still can't get strikes reviewed by a human, huh?
Yep.
Nope.
Because
There's-
the process doesn't care. Like,
No,
No,
but
so
if they
for
have
them, there's
200,
too many-
if they have
Also, there's so
200,000
many,
employees, they
fucking
should
people
not need
reporting
more than 1,000 to keep things, technology-wise, running. So we can have those other 199,000 doing something useful instead of wasting money.
I mean,
but Max,
personally,
they're helping to push what is that dumb shit?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
No, you
Yes.
idiot.
That's a
Ads.
different thing.
YouTube Premium, that's what I was thinking of.
yeah, challenge level impossible,
Ah.
200,000. Yeah. No, yeah.
Mm.
So here's the thing, right? If YouTube fired 10,000 of its employees, it would not have a deficit anymore.
They won't do that.
No, of course not. They'll hire another 50K.
Huh.
And then try and push ads even harder.
Don't they already have someone going, hey, we can just have ads while we have
While
your
paused.
videos paused?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the new thing.
Yep.
Paused and get ads.
I really appreciate that the answer to people want to use ad block isn't let's make the experience better for users than it's let's make it even worse.
Yeah, I mean,
course it is.
Gaben is just the wizard of wizardry. What can I say?
The
How do we
Wizard
stop
of
piracy?
Wizardry.
Insane,
No,
man.
yeah, really, no, true though. But like, after Steam became a game selling platform and not just where you got the Valve games from, piracy dropped hard because they made it easy to acquire games. Because a large majority of people who pirate games are pirating them because they don't have a better way of getting them.
Now, to be fair, I
Now,
pirate
like
most
Sign,
shit because I don't
There's
like
people out there
PRM.
who just want to pirate shit because they only
paying.
want to be a leech off of society. But that's completely different.
Well, now listen here.
I don't
just
want to
because
hear
I
shit
don't-
from the guy who doesn't put his fucking cart back into the cart return because he did it one time 70 years ago when he was a 15-year-old.
I worked as a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
cart
Hang on.
monkey
He
for
hold on.
years.
He
Don't
what?
put-
He what?
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
put your card in the
This
garbage
man
can.
does
Hold
not
on.
return
Monkey.
shopping carts.
nah.
What is wrong with you?
No. I
No.
spent 3 months doing that.
Uh-uh.
You're an asshole.
Yeah. I spent longer doing that.
That doesn't
No,
matter.
doesn't matter.
Allowed.
Congratulations, you're a drag of society.
Oof. Hey, I
Enjoy
pay
your
my
new
taxes.
title.
Fucking put away the
You know what?
goddamn sharp
You know
and
what?
cotton
Let's-
I
fuck.
Sneaky,
officially
I'm
dubbed
gonna
you
get in.
subhuman.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get in on your
Wow.
nickname changing thing.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Sign the
Oh.
drag.
Okay, wow.
Wear that with pride.
No, wear it with pride for
a little
you
while.
deserve it.
No, you can say for a little while. If it ever registers my brain that you change it, I'm just gonna add drag to whatever you change it to.
Dick.
Bro, I've been corrupt Atin for I don't know how long. At this point, I'm just like, whatever.
There. I have improved
Whatever
it,
happened?
Max.
Whatever happened to the?
Or
Wait.
just I just thought Aura's commentary works in retail.
Good. It has been massively improved.
Yeah, like Aura's one bad day away.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
Killing Air's joining the warpath against Sign. Oh, as has. Ooh. He's made a lot of enemies. I'm amazed. This is what it
Everyone
took the
disliked
entire
that.
chat.
Thy end is now.
Oh, Side, how could you say something that gets more hate than even your porn you write?
Damn.
That's
Damn!
Damn.
Hey,
Um,
hey, at least his porn has effort into it.
Hello, Linstar.
Some of it.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far yet.
Whatever happened to the council against Atin?
Huh?
Huh?
what?
Oh, there was. Do you guys not remember there was a whole text chat that was the council to determine if Atin was corrupt or not? What happened to that?
I have no memory of this place.
I probably deleted it.
God,
Probably
that's
did.
how we attach the word corrupt to your name.
Yeah,
There was
no,
a
we
whole
had it.
council with like 5 people, and I was just like, why the fuck are you wasting time on this? Just change his name and be done with it.
Anyway,
I mean,
who
it's
is
entirely
Sign?
possible that that chat was kept from me.
No, you were there, and
Sign-
you're just like,
you
wait.
were
You
there.
were also like, wait, why is this here?
Yeah. Sign real. The
Yes.
man here here with us, the man who sounds like an 80-year-old on a smoke break. He is a porn writer of
I love how you're embarrassed about that one fic.
I mean, you know.
It's not that I'm embarrassed, it's that
Oh,
I like having an account.
Oh, we're introducing the new person to the sign lore.
Then
God.
I'm afraid you probably
Oh,
don't
no.
go in the same circles that he does.
That's
Oh no,
That's
most
for the
of
better.
Sign real here is a semi-unsuccessful author of fanfiction. He
Mainly
spends-
Tanya fiction nowadays.
Well, that's because we're paying him to do it. And I say
mean,
yeah,
that
semi.
lots of people like that.
Yeah,
That really
a lot of
hasn't
people
fit-
like that.
Are
Yeah.
you sure that even works? I mean, his commissions say otherwise.
Oh well, I mean, it does work because we
dick.
lure him quite easily to write more of it, and then he just writes more of it and just keeps writing more of it. It's really quite
People
easy.
keep paying for more.
No,
of it.
no, you don't need to see that fic. That's a bit cruel.
Now,
you're
if
not
yeah.
already
if
already
I do recommend going and reading the Star Wars Tanya fic that I commissioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't send him
Or
the
Outer
porn fic. Send him the actually good stuff from Sign.
Yeah, Star Wars Tanya fic, and also a Tanya fic after the war, I believe, is it?
That is
Out of Heaven?
definitely not ripping off Metal Gear. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
No, definitely not.
No.
No.
No
There is
influence
no
Yeah,
Metal
whatsoever.
Gear
Tom
analogies. Yeah, there's no Metal Gear or Tom Clancy analogies occurring in that story, and anyone that says otherwise is incorrect.
Good stuff,
Um,
sure. Debatable.
No, the Tanya stories are good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into Tanya,
Zuko's
yeah, but
alright.
I'm not. Zuko is alright, especially because it hasn't got any porn in it. But once that
Yeah.
happens, I don't have much faith.
Yeah. We had to pull Sign back from the Edge. We literally took an entire private server to pull
Yeah.
Sign back from the Edge with that fic.
Yeah. What was the plan again? Fucking an 80 or 90-year-old that, thanks to his flames, looks like they're 40 or 30?
No, his plan was to fuck
So?
every named character that was
Inc-
female.
Including the ones that he added.
Yes.
No.
Added what?
The old
Hmm.
lady who helps Zuko into the Northern Water Tribe, wasn't Zuko gonna fuck her in the original as well, even though she's not an actual named character?
No, and she
no.
is in fact a named
Oh.
character.
She is? Oh, so he was gonna fuck her no matter what.
Yagoda
Eh,
is.
I would not say Signal to Noise is a story we recommend people here.
No one
No.
should recognize Signal to Noise. No.
No.
That
Unless
was
you
written
want to
through
make yourself
pure
mad.
spite. It is a shit fic.
Like,
it's
not
always gonna
only
be
is it a
shit fic.
worm
is
story,
spite.
so on principle I don't recommend it.
Mm.
But it is also a spite fic where the author hates his audience.
And hates the story.
Well-
Do not read Signal to Noise.
Okay, look, it started out as a thought experiment. What would happen if you just took all the bad choices from one of the CYOAs and played it straight for once, instead of fucking off and going, oh, well, my character has no consequences. Nah, bitch, you get consequences. And it turns
Yeah.
out it goes badly from there, and it only goes downhill and keeps
Yeah.
going.
Sign,
further
do you have
downhill.
Am I remembering a different author, or do you have a Konosuba fic that was
Yes, I
okay?
do.
Yeah, there was an Essence fic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
essentially Konosuba.
Yeah.
Does he
that
hate
was-
the audience more than Wildbow does? No, Wildbow doesn't hate
No.
his audience.
He hates
Wild
himself.
Yes, he
Bow
does.
hates himself.
Wildbow also hates his audience. That's why he ruined Ward.
No,
No,
he
no,
hates
no.
that
Shit
his
on all the good
audience.
things.
No.
No.
He doesn't
He-
hate his audience. He hates Worm because it got so
Yeah.
popular, no one wanted to read his new shit.
Wildbow actually,
Also that.
Wildbow actually loves his audience. He loves his audience so much that he lets his audience actively dictate where the story was gonna go, based off of their opinions.
Oh,
And
he's retarded.
yes, he's
Yeah.
also Canadian, so I mean, you know,
Why did you say
Also
retarded
racist if you read
twice,
between the
Sneaky?
lines.
yeah.
You're so.
But anyway, so yeah, he's really obsessed
thank you.
with his audience liking him. He just hates that his audience liked Worm because he doesn't want to write more Worm. He wants to
Oh.
write
Well,
Little
fantasy
pigeonholes
stories,
anymore.
but he's
He-
dog shit at writing fantasy stories.
Oh
He is.
no, he's got that Arthur Conan Doyle problem. It's like,
Yes,
sorry,
the
sir, the
only-
stuff you want
The
people to
thing
like is
the
not your
only thing
business.
he's good at writing is anti-authority stories because that's
Well-
how he's been his entire fucking life.
Well, yes, but it's not just that, Max. It's the
What?
only reason why Worm was good in people's view is because Worm relied on modern day already being a known factor to a large majority of people, so he didn't have to build the world. Whenever it's Wildbow's duty to build the world for the audience, he's absolutely dog shit at it, and no one wants to read it because it's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he drops the ball pretty
Ooh,
hard on
Oh
that.
no, that's rough.
So because like Doyle wrote good books that were not
Sherlock
know,
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
He
I
just got
need to go.
pigeonholed.
What?
I need to go through
Wild
more
Bow
of his
has
work,
not
but
written a
the-
decent book since the
Yeah.
first half of Worm.
The-
The
the
moment
only
it got
other
to
thing-
Leviathan, after Leviathan, it went to shit.
Pretty much.
The only other thing I've seen from Doyle was like the first chapter of Lost World.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be honest, narratively, it's kind of rough in that first chapter. It's beloved for a reason.
Oh, Lynch Star Burning,
But it-
fucking kill you there.
Something about it doesn't quite click with me.
Hey,
Well,
Lynch
both
Star
from-
found your profile.
Yeah, Lynn Star found his profile. That's funny.
Oh no.
Oh, don't link him
Don't,
that
don't,
degenerate garbage. He's like 13.
Don't link him QQ. Don't. He's underage.
Stop
Sign
grooming
delete
him,
that.
sign.
Fine, delete that. You're already a drink
Delete
of
this
humanity. We
immediately.
don't need more.
Stop grooming the child sign.
No one
Hmm.
told me the child was a child. One.
That was the
Two.
reason everyone had to get the degenerate corner fucking rank sign. It was
It
in an
was?
announcement.
Think of the children's sign. Wait, no. Stop thinking of the children's sign.
Oh no.
Bruh.
Fuck off.
Listen,
That
when
is
Sign
what the
thinks of
council is concerned about, Sign.
Listen, when Sign thinks of the children, we get more predatory, and I don't want that.
I mean, not wrong.
Oh!
Oh, don't worry, Lynn.
I
We've
can't
had
deny that
quite a
allegation.
collection of people.
Alright, well, that is now on record. Oh boy.
Where's C8? We need a clip.
No.
I can't wait for this to show
Evidence.
up in the unnamed court case in the future 5 years from now. It's gonna be great.
Your Honor, I would like to submit this clip from Twitch. How the fuck did you get that?
Don't worry
How
about
did
it.
you find that?
Two idiots and a southerner.
It's just the whole episode. Do we really have to watch all of this? You need it for
Yeah.
context.
All of a sudden, the entire jury just
Ooh.
goes, I'm sorry, but he's been burnt enough. We've got to let him go.
The entire jury. We gotta kill ourselves.
Jesus, man, this man's been roasted.
What the fuck did I come into?
Oh, hell.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Making fun of
And
Sign.
roasting.
Roasting sign, as per usual.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's
He
weird
did
how
even
much
more
this happens.
roasted.
listen.
He's charcoal.
The finest, no. Listen,
He's
the finest
charcoal.
product that this podcast produces is perfectly roasted Sign every week, twice a week.
I thought the finest product was suffering.
Well, I mean, if you want to get some suffering in, we will fine.
Man,
With
With the
the
strength and power of the fleeters, sailed under our commands and tactics, and slowly,
That feels-
we took back
That
our
feels
front
like a
lines.
slur to me.
That's right, we took back our front lines.
That's not how that works.
That
It
still
is
sounds
now.
like a slur to me.
We
No.
brought back our land. Wait,
On the water?
what?
You brought back our land on the river.
And kept the abyssals at sea. Thanks to the deep blue, our technology excelled far past what we were capable of in 50 years. And as the war against the abyss stabilized, our brave soldiers and commanders attempt to return to a state of normalcy and peace. The fleeters have only known a world without a war. Wait, what? Wait,
What?
Huh?
Huh? What did he mean by this?
Many have
Oh,
taken
no, he's
advantage
looking garbage.
to teach them of our bright world, and others took advantage of them despicably with sex.
Why did you do it, Sign?
Regardless, there arose problems previously unnoticed between fleeters and the outside world, and the command structure in between. There needs to be a reorganization of fleeters, and there came a solution, or a band-aid, to the problem. The world leaders decided that there would be a new military program involving all fleeters worldwide called the Global Fleet Program.
That's
You sure you want to go that route?
Or the GFP.
Can
In
we
which several
buy
bases of
something else?
operation were placed and built in many countries across the world, housing all the different fleeters from across the world. Again, that's really not what happens. Canonically, while yes, you can summon everyone, canonically, each nation summons their own ships. And they don't leave that nation.
They also don't call them slurs.
They also don't constantly slur at them.
I don't know about that one now. It is the Navy, so
That's why it's oh no, it's all Yuri.
Oh no. Anyway.
oh no.
Why are the ship girls constantly horny? It's because they're filled with semen.
God damn it.
So I think we should kill Sneaky.
Yes. Fucking seconded.
Me when I get you. Me when I fucking get you.
Let's sneaky cook.
No. Let's cook Sneaky.
Life of female
the right-
admiral. This is story of female admiral in ship girl naval base. How she deals with personalities around her. Also, unique situation. Each chapter is loosely linked to the previous chapter.
All right,
Story.
Linstar,
I sure
can
hope
forgive you
so.
for the first. Linstar, I can forgive you for the first author, King Arthur, because he hasn't written since fucking 2019.
Anyway,
But I will not accept Kelly the Roman warrior.
Original character will not be paired with any Kanmasu because she is a straight female.
Lol.
Oh, no.
Lamau, even.
Alright. Author has written 47 stories. They have a Tumblr, a Twitter, and an AO3 account.
Of course
They are
Perish.
Indonesian. I see.
That's a new one.
I have
I
never
guess-
been English-speaking country, thus my English is purely out of practice and school lessons.
Yes,
Good
we
for
can
you.
tell.
Good for you.
I mean, good for you. Boy, Fleeter. That's
No, this is different author.
Oh, okay.
Hatsune Miku, Kantai Collection, Hatsune Miku, Final Fantasy, Naruto. Huh?
Naruto Hatsune Miku.
Well, knowing that they're Indonesian, I'm suddenly not surprised that they only write straight relationships. Tumblr, everyone's favorite website. Yes, sir. You're correct. Triple Empires versus the Democrat Alliance. Second World War. Huh?
Oh, yes, this person plays Hearts of Iron 4.
The Entente and Central Powers have beaten themselves in an exhaustion. The war ending in uneasy stalemate as post-Europe falls into utter chaos. The British and French empires reawaken in full, allying with Germany to conquer the world.
This I made the joke. You don't have to continue with the joke.
Russia, China, Japan, and the U.S. stand against them in the Second World War.
That doesn't sound right at all. Like, no, that.
No.
Cease your
Not
heresy.
not just saying it from a standpoint of that's not what happened. I'm saying it from the standpoint of these countries have different policies and economic policies that conflict when you put them together, and the
Well,
natural
it's not
allies
just
you're
that.
turning against each other.
It's not just that, but Russia
Notice
just
that they
fell.
Notice that they made the communist countries allies with USA. This is 100%
Well, no,
a far left-leaning
Yeah.
no.
college.
China didn't become communist until World War II.
Yeah.
And we weren't antagonistic with Japan, and they weren't communist either. Until the middle of World War II, where they started attacking our ships.
I was talking about China and Russia, and do you really think the person running this probably knows that?
Oh no, they
no, all they do
probably
is play Hearts
don't.
of Iron.
I
But
don't believe they play Hearts of Iron.
I don't know about that.
my point more is that Russia initially allied with Germany in World War II because they were not able to get to war footing yet. And they knew that Germany was going to pull some shit, so they were like, hey, buddy, don't attack us, and we won't get involved because we're big and we're Russia. So you shouldn't attack us, and we'll split Poland with you. And Germany was like, wow, one less person that we have to fight? Cool, okay. And so I don't see why Russia wouldn't make the same deal again.
Mm.
Like, Germany was planning on fighting the world last time. So
No, that's
also China
Germany
had
was not
no
planning on.
real. Yeah, Germany was planning on doing some shit. They literally weren't
They
going to
weren't
sustain
planning on.
themselves if they didn't.
They weren't planning on fighting the world, and they weren't planning on it getting as bad as it did. It became a case of overreaction when they attacked so and so, and so on and so forth. They got like 3 countries into it, and it became a case of, okay, well, how the fuck are they still holding on? We need some serious help with this.
That's World War One.
Everybody, please help.
That's World War World War Two was very
Roll the
much
dice,
Germany
Asteriskos
just
Roll.
deciding, hey, we're gonna attack
What?
every neighboring country at the same time.
Was it?
Yeah, Blitzkrieg.
Yes.
Well, you're thinking of the Austria invasion
Yeah.
of World War One.
Oh, shit. I've been
Because
focused
of the
on World
fucking
War One too much.
Habsburgs.
Yep, not just the
Yeah, that's
Habsburgs,
an accurate
but
reaction to the Habsburgs.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Me when
Stick
I
with-
see the Habsburgs.
While Bo has to stick with urban fiction, yeah, he does, LeMay. Let's see. Take it to the max. Archerfish the sub-thief. Archerfish the slayer of Shinano. Archerfish the pilot. Yes, I said it right. This is a new Shipgirl series featuring an unlikely duo. Originally from the Rules verse? Am I gonna regret Googling this?
I think you are, and
I
I
think
wouldn't
it's likely.
recommend
Yes.
it.
On the what verse?
The Rules verse.
I'll look it up.
I'll be honest. That sounds like just risky enough of a click that I don't want it to happen on stream.
Mm.
wise.
Okay, so this is the Rules verse. Okay, so
I found one on AO3 about
I found one on
Torchwood.
DeviantArt.
Great start. Having 2
Is yours
sources.
Torchwood as well?
No, it's Cancol.
Torchwood, Doctor Who. Ah. I found the wrong thing.
No shit, Sherlock. You don't say.
Hmm.
Also, I will say another very, very funny thing, right? Sailors from Vietnam War are the biggest buyers of Cancol and Azure Lane figurines whenever
What?
a convention occurs.
We sank that
Yeah.
son bitch. I need that
Yeah.
trophy.
Yeah.
I
They-
really
What's going on,
appreciate
my
Yeah.
that sailors have consistently been like, yo, that's a sick design for the ship I was on. Love it. Where can I get more?
Yeah.
Man, her titties are
Yo,
big.
the ship I served on has big titties. Nice. That is
Hey! I served on that. Now I can fuck that.
no, I quite literally remember a clip. I think it was a World War II vet was being shown. He was a Navy vet. He was being shown like I think it was Azure Lane figurines
Oh boy.
of the ships he served with and on and etc.
Mhm.
And he was like, "This is the ship I served on. Good, they gave her giant breasts."
Yeah.
I'm more
Didn't he also
surprised that
ask-
someone in the Navy actually liked
Can we
girls.
take her clothes off next? Didn't he also ask, are we able to take her clothes off?
Yeah, he did ask if they were able to take the clothes off. Yeah. So,
Not surprised.
you know, hey, military men will be military men. They slap naked girls on their planes. Okay.
They would slap a naked girl on the side of the boat, yes, if they could.
Starts out boring, but eventually the author's self-insert rapes his girlfriend's self-insert because he got a low dice roll. Also, the
The wild boat?
self-insert starts a cult by haggling. Oh, I know this kind of person. This is the sort of person that has
Belongs
the
in mental
lol
asylum.
so random humor.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Yeah, I know this sort of person. Yeah.
Is this a case of many such cases?
Many such cases. Many such cases. Anyway, legends. In the months before America summons its first ship girl, a new arrival goes there. One who is carrying the secret to how the war began. Don't care.
Don't care, L.
Didn't ask. Get ratioed. Samurai Ship Girl Sea Stories, copied from Space Battles. A contribution of things that ship girls are no longer allowed to do.
Why?
Oh, good.
Because
It
it's
even
funny.
includes memes about Canada being a war criminal.
I am somehow not surprised.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a funny meme, but
Historically
I mean, they
accurate as
literally
well.
are a
but-
war criminal.
In their own
no,
country, too.
Lynn, the whole my character rapes your character because of bad dice roll and lol I accidentally started a cult. That is peak early 2000s lol so random humor.
Yeah.
It's like, aren't I funny, guys?
Mhm.
Aren't
No.
I funny?
That was honestly possibly the worst point in my D&D time because people were like, "Oh my god, I rolled a 1. That means I'm like blind. Her. I'm going to go run off a cliff now."
I'm blind and my character is chaotic neutral. That means I get to do whatever I want.
Yeah, that was the era. Well, I say era of chaotic neutral retards, but that really never ended.
It never really ended. The warlocks,
Everyone
unfortunately,
knows
still
Beast
exist.
Yeah.
The banned spells list.
Well, no,
That
that's
is-
actually just funny.
Yeah. That is not at all what we're talking about, though. We're talking about just the concept of warlock. Guys, I want to be a wizard, but I want to be gifted my special powers by my dragon mommy.
Yeah.
Never say
You
these
mean
words again.
Demon mummy.
Yep.
No,
It's a
the
demon
human
mommy,
stutter.
or a dragon mommy, or a fae mommy.
In the words, literally, I want to be a paladin, but I also want to have the ability to say no.
Ah, so Oathbreaker Paladin.
I mean, yes, but you don't get Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's why you cross class.
Here's the problem with warlocks is Elder
Does
Class
this
is
mean that
literally the best
C8 is
spell.
no longer the designated Zoomer? Yeah, C8's like 20 now.
Oh wow,
He's got an actual job.
Yeah.
he's
Which is
responsible.
interesting.
Yeah.
He does real estate.
Well,
We
he
raised
does
that
less
boy.
less real estate and more real estate seizure, but yeah.
Hmm. Oh, for the cartel.
It's Brazil. Those are the same thing.
He
No,
also finds out about tax evasion.
specifically, his company buys properties that defaulted in the U.S.
Oh, Jin, no.
He's safely aged out of Science Strike Zone. Yes. Yes, yes.
Listen, first of all,
Oof.
fuck you. Secondly, I'm not interested in men.
Sorry, I'm
Thirdly,
also out of your
fuck you
strike
again.
zone.
Oh.
Anyway, just a kiss. Kutsuki and Hibiki have been dating for a while now, and they still haven't done the sex. Unbeknownst to Akatsuki, Hibiki has a plan to change that. Akatsuki doesn't think she's ready, but Hibiki is gonna rape her.
What did he mean by this?
Yeah, that's pretty
I
clear.
think he means it. I think he means exactly what he says.
Yeah.
I think somebody's getting raped.
Ship Girl and Sailor. War against Abyssals is slowly developing to humanity's advantage. The Japanese ship girls continue to fight bravely, but now the reinforcements from the far side of the world. With that, they meet new faces, but also past enemies. Will they be able to work together, and what will happen between them and some fine young foreign sailors like Sex and this OC I made?
Kill him. Kill him now.
See, like, the
Toss it
funny
into
thing
the fire.
is, the funny thing is about, like, oh no, we're seeing the ships from our enemies, is actually a large portion of ships never even made it to the U.S. fleets. We kind of subbed the shit out of them. Or, like, the Japanese fleets would encounter a single patrol boat and somehow barely win. I say
Not
patrol
early
boat, but it's
on,
like a
though.
destroyer.
Early on, we had a problem with our torpedoes where they just wouldn't fucking work.
Oh, yeah, I know. Fucking Oni.
And the Navy didn't want to admit it because, well, that's money and we already spent it, so use the ones you've got.
It's like, why would we admit that we lost money?
Well, no, it was actually because people related to the people who decided who got the torpedo contract. Got the torpedo contract.
Yeah, that too.
And if they admitted that they gave it to their family members, they would get court-martialed.
It'd be a problem. Just a little bit.
So, the torpedo works. Stop lying about it not working, or we're gonna court-martial you for lying. And they tried. They actually did try.
Hmm.
But
Of course they did.
Yep. Unfortunately, it is a rare day when someone who is in a position of power actually deserves to be there.
That happens.
Many such cases.
Oh, yes. Hadrian, for example. Marcus Aurelius,
Yeah, right place,
for
right
example.
time.
What happens when the right person is in the right place at the right time?
Hadrian.
A lot of people die.
Well, they shouldn't have fucked around and tried to genocide the Romans. They got what was coming to them.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, Halo Contai Collection crossover. Massive
Oh, there's the
Fusion
Oni.
fic. Yeah, Massive Fusion AU. Part of a series. It's 2578. What do Marine Stragglers, Sag-Healy mercenaries, that would never happen,
No, it
Banished
did.
Raiders,
It explicitly happened after the Covenant.
Sag-Healy, they mercenaried?
Yep.
Yeah, because they found out
wasn't
that a
after the
bunch of the
religious
stuff
cast.
that they thought
Oh
was
no,
true.
I know they schismed off and made their own faction, but I have a trouble believing that they sold out.
No,
No, they sold out.
no. Being a mercenary doesn't mean selling out.
Yes,
But
it does.
there were a bunch of
It
there were a
explicitly
bunch
means selling out.
You work for money.
You kill people for money.
They didn't. Okay, yes, I see what you're saying. What I mean is they found out that a bunch of the stuff that they thought was true
No,
wasn't.
and I'm saying I'm aware they made their own faction, schismed off, and they had a lot of resource troubles and shit. But I'm just saying
Yes, some of them explicitly took jobs to get
all right,
resources
see you, Lynn.
or money. Like they did that.
What's the difference between Marines, Sag-Healy, and Banished? They're about to have a really shitty 25th anniversary. At the fringes of the battlefield, something is stirred by the rhythm of war. It's the abyss!
Huh?
No. No.
Ship girls in space.
Ship girls in space.
Ship girls in space.
You know what? I'd be okay with space ship girls.
Would you
I
want-
would be
Not
okay
with this
with
guy
it.
doing it.
Yeah, that is the
Like,
thing. Though.
oh, like the ship girls are AIs. That makes perfect sense.
I mean, I just it's. I think space adds too many dimensions to it.
It literally only adds one more dimension.
Yes.
Do you know how infinitely complex
Submarines use
adding
that
an
one.
extra dimension is?
I don't know. Ask the submarines.
Yes.
No, it's so much more complicated than submarines because you're not
I'm aware.
like my brother. It adds a whole other level of physics and also not physics.
Well, I think that the more of the main problem is that it's a matter of scale. If you have an abyss that is scaled up to humanity post Covenant War, you effectively just introduced the Tyranids to post Halo.
We already have enough of a fucking swarm already.
And oh no, a single battleship broke through our patrol net. It bombards the city. It kills 30 people. Not a big deal. Oh no.
Only 30?
Us yeah. You know,
Do you have any idea how inaccurate bombardment is?
Oh no, a starship broke through our patrol net, which is now 3-dimensional, so it's a lot easier to break through. And they fired a single Mac cannon at the city. The city was annihilated.
Millions dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and post war humanity doesn't have that many colonies left, and they don't have that much of a population left compared to what they did before. And they would easily lose the resource war against abyssal forces in space.
Especially because abyssal swordsmen, abyssal ship people, they don't need to sleep. So they can just have an infinite amount of mining.
Well, yeah, there's also that. I mean, there's also the fact that, like, there's also the fact that when you're on a 2D plane, there's only so many places and directions you can go that even if you are a girl instead of a battleship, you only have so many ways you can move. If you are in a 3D environment, there's really nothing that a normal UNSC ship could do anymore against you. Because the target they have to hit can now move in 3 dimensions. So it is ludicrously easy to dodge.
I was gonna say, congratulations, you've beaten the UNSC. You want to fucking try?
Yeah, so yeah, it just, unfortunately, due to the large amounts of scaling and the 3D environment, and the scaling on the power levels of the weaponry involved, single mistakes could wipe out planets, and you're fighting an enemy that literally has no end.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, on the positive side, the Flood would finally lose.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they ran
good.
out
The
of
author's
food.
pet would lose.
No, I
They just go into
mean,
hibernation
the Flood
again.
have
yeah, he has a good point.
successfully subverted ship girls. Not ship girls. The Flood have successfully.
No, Sneaky.
No, the Flood have
No,
successfully
I know what you're
subverted
talking about.
AI.
Well, I was gonna say, if they can
Yeah.
subvert mendicant bias, I'm sorry, dude. No fucking amount of bullshit is gonna get a fucking ship girl through that shit.
Hang on a
Yeah.
minute. Hang on a minute. Mendicant bias was a bitch.
It subverted Cortana, if I'm recalling correctly, didn't it?
No, it didn't.
No, Cortana just kind of.
She went absolutely bonkers, but she didn't get subverted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about Halo 3 lore. Okay, good. Yeah. So she did technically. She was technically subverted, but she basically resisted the Flood hive mind through methods that I'm not.
She went no. She decided rather than give in to the Flood, I will go rampant.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's how she subverted the Flood subversion. Is that she literally was like, the Overmind was like, I'm gonna make you insane and join the Flood, and she's like, not if I make myself insane first! Ha!
And then the Gravemind's like, why the fuck did she do that? She shouldn't have that much. Oh, it's the Spartan.
I'm gonna shoot you! Not if I do it first! Wait, what?
Not if I shoot
that
myself
face
first.
that face when the 60 million year plan gets undone because an AI fell in love with a fucking robot.
But yeah, anyway, point being though is that the Flood would just go back to hibernation even if they killed all life. So it's not really a win.
Honestly, I think the Abyss would just like kill all of them. They'd be like, "Wow, this is stepping on our turf. Burn them."
Yeah, well, it's also like a really mixed bag, right? Because pretty much the Abyss summons ship girls who feel that they were wrong.
So what are these chaos ship girls? They have daddy issues even more now?
Effectively.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
That's really pretty much it, brother.
And the thing is though is I really don't think there would be a lot of Abyss ship girls, because it's not like humanity won and then they didn't like properly mourn their fallen. It's humanity got their shit kicked in, and then the Covenant kicked its own shit in, and then the Flood showed up and kicked each other's shits in, and then humanity is like sitting here fucking like with one leg and half an arm, dragging themselves forward. I really don't think there's gonna be a lot of ship girls that would be like, damn them, they never honored me. Because it's like, yeah, my planet got glassed. The planet after me got glassed. The 50 planets after that got glassed. Like,
Fatherhood
they didn't really
never
have
gave me-
time to honor me.
Fatherhood
Yeah.
didn't give me the right amount of care.
If anything, the Abyssals would be on humanity's side. Just
Yeah.
fuck them.
I was about to say, wouldn't they still arise? They'd still be pissy, but they'd be like, well, fuck those guys who killed us all and blew up all our ships.
Now, that would be funny.
The Abyssals
We are
show
the
up. Everyone's
vengeful
like,
dead. Fuck
everyone's
off.
just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and then just they fucking deck a Flood cruiser, and you're just like, oh, okay, they're on our side. Cool.
Oh, thank God.
Sir, we're getting unknown signatures warping in! Huh? What? What do you mean unknown? Hundreds of fucking UNSC ships show up on radar. Wait,
Oh, no.
aren't all
This
of
one-
those
Those were dead.
blown up?
The like shipmaster Ratas is like along with the humans, just like, are those yours?
No.
All of the Mac guns fire at once.
Oh no.
The
Full
fucking
bombardment.
full bombardment, and just like the heroic music plays.
Broadsides.
The
Though,
Mac
you know
wall.
what? I would actually like to see a humanity fuck yeah, where humans lose, but actually, because, you know, blah blah blah, the supernatural wasn't real, but humanity thought it was so hard it did sort of exist. Do that,
You've
and
activated
but
my
be
trap
like,
card.
yeah, but be like, humanity is like now pushed all the way back to Earth. You've activated my trap card. Our vengeful dead are showing up in space.
Oh no.
Straight up ghost ships like boarding the alien cruisers.
It is time for Ragnarok. Summon in the endless dead.
My insanity trumps your insanity. Yeah. Talking about Abyssals coming back due to grudges, Mass Effect Abyssals would hate the Reapers, so that would be kind of really cool to see. Yeah, you know what? Exactly right. Like, the
Yeah.
Reapers have their whole we're gonna show up in force moment, and then it's like weird warp signatures showing up, and it's every single species they've killed showing up as ghosts.
Oh no.
And it's like,
This is
Shepard,
calculated.
what the fuck? I didn't do it this time.
What do you mean
I
you
didn't-
didn't do it?
What do you
What
mean
the fuck
this
do you
time?
mean this time?
Wait, no. It would also have to have the ghosts of the first Normandy show up. So Shepard
course.
is absolutely responsible by proxy.
Actually, the Shepard ship just took after Shepard and went and rallied the other ghosts.
Yes.
Because the ships are supposed to have the personalities of the crews on them.
Mm.
And Shepard's the biggest personality on that ship, so
Yeah.
There'd also be a good amount of war crimes though, compared because of the other crew members.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining the SR1 coming back with Ghost Joker and Ghost Shepherd. Well, actually, no. It actually would come back with Ghost Shepherd because Shepherd died.
Man, that would actually
Well,
be
that-
genuinely awkward of like,
Yeah.
wait, if that's my
wait a
soul,
minute. Then what am I? That has some implications.
Ghost Shepherd meeting Resurrected Shepherd. Are you another? I'm really hoping you're another Cerberus clone. Nope.
Nope.
Another.
what do you mean?
Are you aware of the
another?
theological complications
you're-
that your existence presents for me? Yes.
You're the backup clone, right? The what? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
The
No.
Cerberus. What?
Who?
Another?
Cerberus. Alright, look at Shepard, it wasn't me this time, says the elusive man.
Miranda. We only had one.
That you know of.
I thought that was actually explicit, like they could only do the one.
Yeah, no, it's very explicit. They only had the one.
Yes.
The original plan was literally make disposable shock troop Shepards.
Ooh.
Shock shepherds.
Why didn't that pan out?
Shockards.
Shockers.
There was something I forget what, but like,
I thought they didn't have enough genetic material because of how badly burned his body was.
yeah, I think that
Something
was
like
it.
that, yeah.
It's like, congratulations, you were immolated so hard, we barely had enough to make this version of you. Don't go looking too hard around your body, just in case.
Man, you know what? They missed the perfect opportunity to make a I didn't ask for this joke.
That's true.
Because, like, externally, Adam Jensen is heavily cyberized, but post Mass Effect 2, internally, like, Shepard's got to be like 90% machine.
Yeah.
Like, they had to replace all of
He's
his
a good
bones. They
description.
had to create support structures for his organ replacements. They had to fucking, like, rehydrate his skin. They had to, like, fucking
They
synthesize
used a whole
muscle
lot of
fiber.
nanites.
Well, I don't think it was nanites.
Like entire swaths of things have just been replaced.
Yeah. The fall of the Citadel. V2. Many years have passed since our great victory, but as we rejoice in the light of what the future has for us, we also equally weep, shed tears of sorrow for dearly departed who have fallen for victory to be reality. But what of the suffering to the innocent? What was our morals to the haughty? What was our effects, our sacrifices to the complacent? A Mass Effect Contai collection. What?
What?
Contai Collection Blue Archive. Is it cute and funny?
Yes.
Never say these words.
From the sea to the sky. A cry for help echoes across the empty, fading skies as a wish of one of more try bubbles up from the depths. A megacity on the edge of collapse is in need of help. So what, a fucking ship girl's gonna show up? And someone who wishes to finally prove themselves useful. Someone willing to stand next to them and with the determination to see their duty through no matter the cost, because this time they will matter. Oh, we're talking about Yamato? World War II joke. I was gray. Name. Okay. Who are you? I am His Majesty's ship Nelson, first ship of the Nelson class. Nelson class battleships, the 1927 British battleship. Oh yeah, I can see why you thought you wouldn't matter.
It's a wood ship.
Oh no, it's 1927! It's fucking metal!
Fine, we need
My
to have
god,
a talk.
Aura. Oh my god, Aura.
Oh.
That is terrible.
Get out, Aura.
Terrifying.
Great.
Now I'm gonna go rewatch Astartes because that's just an excellent animation.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
Oh
downloaded the
god.
entire thing.
Drifting and wandering. All right, here we go. Bismarck meta is casted out of the world where the enemies of ship girls are abyssals instead of by a sea dragon. She meets H39 and other ship girls while she remains aimless to her next goal after the tragedy of her own timeline. But that's not how that works at all. Meta ships are literally...
Don't worry about it.
Bruh. The Fall of the Citadel, that's the original story. Edge of the Abyss. As vengeance for the Skillian Blitz, the Alliance anti-piracy campaign goes to Torfin. Their intent is to stifle piracy and slave tracking with this blow, and it all goes wrong, yet it succeeds because of Shepard and the ship girls.
Nope.
No. Love Hina and Kanpai? Why?
You're suffering.
Iron Hero Daikonda Robo. The Abyss Empire have made themselves known, and they will be part of a battle for Earth's freedom. Harry times Kisaragi.
Who?
Stepping beyond boundaries and battling abyssals. A Kantai Collection Stellaris crossover.
No.
What? Juggernaut, one of the most powerful vessels to grace the skies and stars of the Milky Way. Actually, it's really dog shit.
As it turns out, capital class ships don't fucking die.
Well, no, the Juggernaut isn't a capital class ship. The Juggernaut is a mobile shipyard that has 4 times the guns of a capital class ship. Now, the issue with this is, it can't be part of a fleet.
Oh, so it's worthless.
Yes. And
Why
also,
can't it be part of a fleet?
because it can't be. Because that's how the game mechanics work.
Oh, so
the-
it's just a game mechanic.
Yeah, the other issue, and this has been a heavily abused issue, in Stellaris, is that each individual ship can only target one ship at a time with all of its guns.
Ooh.
Yeah. So a single really powerful ship will always lose to a swarm of less powerful ships because it can only kill one of them at a time while they all can shoot it.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, the problem is it means so that, like, I make the army of 10,000 cruisers. You have, and it has a fleet strength of 50k. You have 30 battleships, and that's worth 122k, except every single one of my dinky little ships can dogpile one of your ships and kill them much faster. Because a bunch of your DPS is wasted, because even if you only need 2 shots to kill one of my dinky little ships, you have to fire all of your guns into it.
That's why what you do is you go ultra high giga long range on your battleships and set them to the farthest possible combat stance. And so they'll fire all of their super long range guns simultaneously and just vaporize one ship at a time from existence.
Okay, but why can't they fire at more than one ship at a time? Do they just never implement
Okay,
multi-targeting?
it was just never-
it was just never implemented because the issue is that the average battleship by the end of the unmodded game has about like 12 guns on it. So that would be 12 targets you would have to code into the AI that would also have to not conflict with 12 targets of every other battleship in the fleet. And then in an unmodded game of Stellaris, you can have something like 50-something battleships in your fleet, and you can have like 20 fleets in unmodded Stellaris. So you would be looking at around 600 targeting calculations per fleet times 20. So you're looking at like 12,000 targeting calculations per faction of 30 during a world war.
Oh,
That is too many calculations for the game.
yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Just a few.
So, yeah, I mean, the game is already horribly laggy with each ship only targeting one thing at a time. So, did you guys see a Japanese company renting a U.S. battleship for their Ship Girl promotional party? Yes, I was actually there. The USS New Jersey. I live like
Fantastic.
I live like
What?
20 minutes from I live like 20 minutes from her. Great.
Always great to see one of the lasses.
Love my USS New Jersey.
She embodies the state.
Yes.
In that she just
Oh,
doesn't
so
die,
she-
despite how much everyone wants her to.
Many
Well,
such
drunk
cases.
and she
She
constantly
also
smells
barely
like
saw
cigarette.
combat. Mostly because the Japanese kept running.
Yeah. They
Doc,
Well, that's
instinctually
heard about this New
knew.
Jersey place.
She wanted to mug them.
Well, I mean, it would be a very long-range mugging.
Long range.
The New Jersey special.
Indeed.
Accurate.
How far was the USS New Jersey accurate? Do, do, um, okay, let's try. What is the distance of these guns? Effective firing range of a mere 17,000 meters. So that goes out to why is it in yards? Who measures this in yards?
Switch it to miles.
I have to fucking convert it. Why is the default conversion yard to kilometer? 10 miles.
Oh,
It's
yard
yards of that because it's funny.
10 miles away. Fire
that
for
was without
effect.
Ching Li at the helm. You
That's
could practically
the
double that with him there.
yeah. Well, that's the expected accuracy of it. So usually that gets about double then. The successful development of the super firing turrets. What does that mean? U.S. This is why people make fun of us.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. So they ran from New Jersey, because they also painted her black, and they called her the Black Dragon.
Seamen in their ships.
Indeed. Well, no, the Japanese called her the Black Dragon.
And
No, I'm just
they're still
saying,
seamen.
like- yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it wasn't us that we didn't start calling our ship the Black Dragon randomly.
Yes.
They called it.
Kinda
I mean, it
said,
would've been
wow,
cool.
Enemy.
that's a sick fucking name. We're taking that.
Yeah, kind of great when the enemy gives you a really sweet name.
The final boss for Ship Girl Tanya, New Jersey. It honestly, like, okay, as much as I love New Jersey, she's not the pinnacle of battleships.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm mostly just joking about.
Just a wee bit of jokes.
Yeah, Enterprise being known as the Grey Ghost is funny. Yeah, we've sunk her. What the fuck? Sinks. What the
You
fuck?
thought you sunk her.
13 confirmed kills. How the fuck are
As
you
in
still
she
here?
Is that the number of times that you were killed or that you killed them? We're not sure.
Yes.
Enterprise took part in pretty much, I think, every single battle. Except for
Pretty
like a
much.
2-month stint. Like every single battle, or was like every single major battle, something like that.
Probably every single major.
But yeah, they I think they were the most. They had the most combat history of all the ships or something. Like the Enterprise has got a fucking legend about them. The New Jersey just has a myth.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You should get to
Cole's
baiting.
Song of Ice and Fire.
Ew.
What?
Why? Why? Bismarck
Yeah.
times Jon Snow.
Ew.
Fuck off.
Why?
Who sees Games of Thrones and
And
goes,
decides to need ship
"Oh,
girls.
yes."
I'm sorry, what
This
the fuck
motherfucker,
is this
apparently.
setup? Lions, King of the Seven Seas. There is another child of Tywin and Joanna named Bianca Lannister, the destined future queen who is later assassinated. Reborn in another world as the ship girl Bismarck. That is not how that works. After long years of war against the Abyssals, she was killed by her enemies and was isekai'd into Westeros and became the King of the Seven Seas.
No,
Huh?
that is not how any of that works.
That is not how
author.
that works at all. Marina, the Abyssal Hero. Kantai Collection, My Hero Academia.
Curse.
Self-insert female times Shota Eraserhead.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Like actual Shota.
No, his name.
Like his
name
name?
is Shota.
Oh,
yeah.
thank God. Oh, thank God.
Oh.
I never thought my life would end up like this. The Abyssal War lasted until the Age of Heroes. But when it was finally over, I fought in the war like so many others. I was an Abyssal Princess. Who could have thought that I would end up as a teacher in a school for heroes? Not me. But it could be worse. I'm alive, and I have a job, and I'm married to a Eraserhead. First
Female
off,
author.
no. Second off,
No.
No.
the war isn't over until all of the enemy leaders are dead. You
are a
are one of
princess.
them.
Well, dead or captured, right?
Well, no, because
Converted.
in I believe they did make this canon in Kantai, is that the princesses are convertible back to their original forms.
Yes, they did that
as
with
ship girl.
Bismarck and someone else.
Saratoga.
That's the one. Yeah, each princess is an actual ship. Yep. The demons technically also are.
Yeah.
The only way to get them to stop is to fully sink them, or to get them to oh, to forget their grudge, essentially,
Yeah.
or just come to terms with it.
But yeah. So
Abyssal princess? No.
yeah.
Regular abyssal? Potential.
I mean,
Unlikely
maybe.
though.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
you're just
When you
copying woe.
kind of when you kind of declare genocide war on all of humanity, you know, you don't really get taken prisoner.
Mm.
You just get killed.
Yeah.
In many such cases.
Yeah. Oh wow, another one. From the depths of the Pacific to the edge of the galaxy. Another Contai collection Stellaris story. An act of
Who actually plays
Celestials.
Stellaris?
I play the
I
shit
think
out of
like
Stellaris.
story.
My second most played game.
Stellaris is a good
And
game.
thinks to make a fanfic of it.
Oh no, I would never do a fanfic of Stellaris. It's Stellaris, much like EU4, much like Crusader King. I mean, you can sort of get a story out of Crusader Kings, but
It's hard
unless
to do a empire builder as a story
yeah.
because it's just objective. If this happened, this happened.
Well, not
It's
only
like
that, but Stellaris and like Stellaris EU is literally just World War II, so it's just like nothing really changes besides just you're basically just writing an alt history story. But Stellaris specifically literally takes place over the course of something like 800 years.
it's something.
So, I mean, technically most games go to 400 years. But anyway, point being is that 400 years is a really long time to write out a character arc. So,
By the time that you get done with certain things, like, oh, we had the intergalactic war against the crisis. This lasted 40 years.
40 years.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Oh, I'm just making a point.
yeah, but my point is more like in Stellaris, there isn't really a way to write a character arc unless you're writing an immortal character because
Exactly.
the time period it's taking part in, it's like, oh yeah, so this character lives till he's like 100, so like, you know, he got in the military at 20, so the story starts, he's born, he's 20, it's 20 years into the story now, they're exploring.
And
And they're
exploring.
exploring. And they're exploring.
Oh, it's
And
been
they're
100 years. He's
exploring.
dead.
Yeah, he died of old age. It's like, okay. Alright, so then we'll do one when it's combat related. Okay, so you're combating. You're fighting them, and the war's going on, and you get some really epic battles in, and you took a solar system, and then you died of old age.
Yep.
What do I come back to?
Stellaris, and why it's
Exploring.
terrible to try and write a story for it.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh God,
Because
why would you try and...
the time frames are just so fucking awful to try and write a story out of it. You literally can't do it. You're literally writing your own fanfic whenever you play Stellaris? Yeah, true.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's like, it's a fanfic only you can enjoy because days take seconds and years take an hour. Well, more like 5 minutes, but you get my point.
I'm gonna say it's like writing a fan fiction of your fucking like alt history game or XCOM or fucking whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's like writing a fanfic about your FTL game that you had like 3 minutes ago. Like, oh man, this was such a cool story. Like, no one the fuck cares except for you.
Betrayal on Another Sea V2 and Contai Azure crossover. 6 months after the incident where Turpitz ended herself forever to destroy a secret, ended herself forever. Just say suicide, holy fuck. Bismarck discovers that Turpitz is alive and agrees to come along with Mikasa and other ship girls over a mutual goal. Unknown to them, their trip is expected by the Sirens, and so Turpitz prepares to face her sisters once again. Okay. Yeah, I can see why there's only one review. Bro, can someone give me the timeline of this fic? It's confusing as fuck.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
It's not a
That's
problem to start
damning.
the reviews.
Overwatch Contai Collection.
Why?
What? Overwatch Gabriel, the Reaper of the Seas. Huh? After defeating the airfield princess, the Admiral was expecting a counter-retaliation from the Abyssal Fleet. It's just called retaliation. And so he asked for help from the World Council, the UN. The UN responded by helping. This is the most unrealistic part of the fic.
I'm so
Unironically,
glad.
yes.
I'm so glad probably
Right, good
everyone
night,
here
Sign.
went to that exact moment.
By reviving a fallen hero group, the Overwatch people, and sent one of the mysterious agents to help him, featuring Reaper and Soldier 76. What the fuck is Soldier 76 and Reaper gonna do against goddamn ships?
There is nothing.
Moral support.
They have guns.
Fires his assault rifle at the ship.
Pinks. It just plinks off of the skin.
Maybe the micro missiles will tickle them.
I am. Jesus Christ. Okay, these are the last two. The Siren War and the Hymn of Steel Beasts. The Azure Lane Coalition must face uncertainty in their war against the Sirens, fighting together with allies from other worlds who were also brought into the conflict due to an anomaly caused by the Sirens. Okay, literally. So this is why it's really important to know the lore of Azure Lane, because otherwise you just sound fucking stupid. It's like saying, like, due to an anomaly, Naruto ended up in the Matrix. So that's not how that works. At all. Due to an anomaly, Shiro Emiya got summoned into the Sword Art Online castle. That's not how that works at all. Now, I mean, if you heavily change Sao, it might, because if you had Kayaba be some sort of mage who is trying to digitally recreate the Grail War so he gets some sort of, like, digital Grail or some shit.
Digital, like some sort of digital wish or something, so you can get a wish from 10,000 souls, even if they're all not using magic.
Yeah, something like
Well,
that, right?
you
Yeah.
get the will of humanity on it for some reason, or I don't know,
But
go paid
like,
extra. BB found a new toy.
you would have to heavily
Oh.
adjust the world to make it work.
Hmm.
You can't just be like, oh, well, due to an anomaly, Superman showed up in Sword Art Online.
Oh, cool. Problem solved.
Yeah, except he doesn't have powers, Max.
He's just data.
Yeah.
But if it's Superman's date, actually, honestly, accurate
Why have
summary
I
would
come
probably
back to a
just
Reaper
break the
GIF?
system.
So, we're looking at this author make an absolute fool of themselves, because they're trying to say that due to an anomaly, other universes ended up in the Matrix.
Uh, you know,
So, yeah.
that just kind of
Also,
tells
it's an
me that's enough
Arpeggio of
suffering for
Blue
one
Steel
day.
crossover. I'm sorry, what? It's the
Yeah,
Sirens versus the Fog? Wait, is the Fog teaming up with the Sirens or not?
I don't know, and I don't care. I think that's enough suffering for one day for me. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Jesus
Zealander.
Christ. Goodbye, Zoolander. Things ship spirits and super soldiers are now forbidden from doing. A spin-off of things that characters are forbidden from doing, now including Ruby.
Hmm.
Why? Why? I'm leaving. I'm taking my ball and going home. Come back Tuesday.
I
There's
support
always
this.
more and it always gets worse.
Oh
Whoa.
boy.